talkSPORT Sports Update with Trust a Trader. When it matters, get the job done marvellously well by a verified Trust a Trader professional.
talkSPORT.
I'm Ben Fletcher. Good afternoon. Just 5 points clear of danger, 8 Premier League games without a win, and now managerless. Defeat to Newcastle was the final straw for Thomas Frank's tenure at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. talkSPORT's chief football correspondent Alex Crook feels it's a disappointing end for a good manager and, unlike Andy Goldstein, a good guy.
I think he's been let down by a group of players who finished 17th last season. I think he's been let down by poor recruitment, both in the summer and in this January transfer window as well, when Tottenham clearly didn't do enough to strengthen the squad. And I feel that he's been given false promises.
Next up for Spurs, the North London derby, and Mikel Arteta has expressed his sympathy for his now former rival.
Obviously, very sad news when you have a colleague that doesn't continue doing his job, because Thomas is an excellent coach. He's an extraordinary man as well. Wish him all the very best for whatever he decides to do next.
Arsenal go to Frank's former club Brentford tomorrow night, live and exclusively on talkSPORT. Next, the Championship playoffs might look a bit different next season, with proposals to expand to 6 teams. So what happens now? Preston North End CEO Peter Ridsdale says a majority of EFL clubs need to vote in favour next month.
So that's obviously the Championship, then Leagues 1 and League 2. I don't know what the outcome will be. You know, it's something I put to the Championship clubs, and it's now going to a full vote of the EFL. So it's up to the clubs to decide. This isn't a personal proposal. This is an EFL proposal, which is going to EFL clubs, and it will be the EFL clubs who vote on it.
Real Madrid and UEFA have announced peace in our time in their legal dispute over the doomed European Super League proposals. An agreement of principles is said to have been reached. And England are chasing 197 to beat West Indies and make it 2 out of 2 at the T20 World Cup. talkSPORT's cricket editor John Norman is watching.
Smith's caught at long on for 21. Phil Salter's already gone for 30. England off to a bright and breezy start, though. As you say, chasing 197. They've gone past where West Indies were in the power play, 67 for 1, whereas the West Indies were 55 for 3. West Indies, though, had Shafane Rutherford waiting to come in down the order, and their run rate accelerated as the innings progressed. This game, too tight to call. England at 77 for 2, the target 197.
There's more at talksport.com.
talkSPORT News.
A woman who got away with murder for 15 years has been jailed for life, and you could be sitting on a £1 million lottery ticket, but the deadline for claiming it is tonight. More from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit, your go-to destination for quality tyres from great brands like Continental. Visit your local centre or quickfit.com and book today.
Staying largely cloudy with outbreaks of rain for most of us. In the north, fairly windy and cold, milder in the south.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, and him over there with the hair that is still growing, and he's coughing. It's Darren here, by the way. It's Darren Bent.
Here, by the way, Darren Bent.
Easy. How's your hair?
Yeah, Joe, honestly, I was ready for it last night.
Yeah.
I messed with my barber. Hey, send me any fresh pictures you've got of me trimming and that.
Nothing. It's getting longer. You've got to wait till 21st of Feb now, Everton away.
Honestly.
Fantastic.
Great finish, though. Let's go.
Great finish. By Jingo, we've got a show for you today. We reacted, of course, to the huge news that has seen Thomas Frank sacked by Spurs. We'll be asking what actually happens next at the club. Obviously, we're going to start with that. Spurs fans, 03717 223344. One of the questions we'll be asking, right or wrong decision? With the relegation battle hotting up, we'll also be asking how many points do you need to stay up this season. It's also another huge night in the Premier League across the talkSPORT network with the pressure on Sean Dyche. We'll be asking if Forest could actually sack another manager, and world champion Luke Littler will be joining us just before he steps onto the hockey tonight. This is Drive, this is talkSPORT. You can get involved 03717 223344.
Threatening here from Sunderland, he'll fall for Bent! It is off the balloon, and that is so controversial. That will have to go to the dubious goals panel, see whether it goes to Bent or Balloon, one of the two. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
We'll have a bit of that.
Yes, we will. Happy Beach Ball Day to everyone.
It ain't a balloon, as Jeff said. It's a beach ball.
It's a beach ball, Jeff. Happy Beach Ball Day. 22 years ago today. Can you believe it?
Oh, my goodness.
How many years ago was it?
You just said 22 years ago.
I was joking. I mean, you know the answer to it. What year was it?
Oh, it would have been 2000 and...
Oh, you don't even know?
2009, 2010?
I don't know. In my head, I've got 08.
Well, I went to Sunderland in 2009.
09, I've just been told.
Yeah, I went to Sunderland in 2009, so
Yeah. Okay. Look, Look, our producer is Luke. Luke Henry. He works incredibly hard. He's done absolutely everything.
Great show on Sundays.
For the show, apart from giving me the iPad, but he's done it now. Thank you for that,
Why
Luke.
can't you just grab your own iPad?
What?
Why can't you
That's his job, isn't it?
No, it's not his job.
That's his job. Producer, you produce.
Okay, produces, and you go and collect the equipment.
No, I don't need to collect the equipment. Thank you.
Why not? You're a baby. You've been doing this. How long have you been doing this gig? Like broadcasting?
Sorry.
20 years?
Right, okay. This is what happens. I start the show. The apparatus is ready for me. I come in. Sadly, it wasn't.
On the way in, just grab the iPad. Cheers, Luke.
I don't know where it is. It's not my job to get it.
It's on the desk.
It's not my job to... No, it wasn't. He had to shoot out the room. Thanks for getting it, Luke. And it went unnoticed as well. Well done to you.
Honestly. You know what you are? Disgrace.
No, I'm not disgraced. Yeah. Do you know what I am? I'm keeping the youngsters of today on their toes. They're learning.
Oh, so you did deliberately?
Yeah.
So what about
I'll
Joe?
go in there.
Joe's like mid-30s. Why'd you do it to Joe?
What?
Joe's like mid-30s.
Joe's got bad memory. Please keep him on his toes.
How are you?
I'm all right.
How's the throat?
Do you know what? I went to the doctor's today, actually.
No more alcohol, is it?
What?
No more alcohol?
No micro?
No more alcohol?
Well, I'm ready to go thanks to my Dalmore 18 that was very kindly sent to me.
Jeez, no. That's very kind of him, that.
Very nice. The lovely people of Dalmore. It just happens to be my favourite whiskey, but yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. King Alexander III.
If I can remember, we have a conversation, you've always said Dalmore's your favourite.
I have.
I mean, Hennessy are my guys.
Okay, well, forget them.
No, not forget nothing.
But no, I went to the doctor's today, and remember, I said to him, I'll be honest, doc, right? You said no booze for a month, 2 days out of the month. And he went, that's absolutely fine. He goes, what's the point of living if you can't live? And I went, right.
No, serious question. What kind of doctor is this?
No, but it wasn't don't touch it. It was lay off it. And then he said, no drinking at home. And I went, okay. And then what about if he said, if you're going somewhere where it's normal to drink, like a pub or you go out for dinner, 1 or 2's fine.
No, seriously. What kind of doctor is this? Because if the doctor says to me, don't do something...
No, you've heard the words in moderation.
Yeah, but
that's where it comes from.
When it first came, because the whole clapping, day one, no alcohol. That's now...
Talking of clapping, and it is linked. You know where people say, and this is fine to put out, Luke, I know you're producing today, and you're getting a bit, you don't need to dump this. You know doctors say, if you're on antibiotics, you can't have alcohol. Mm-hmm. Do you know where that comes from? This is true. You can Google it. This is true. Do you know where it comes from?
No.
So back in the day, like I'm going back to the 1700s, right? When the fishermen used to come back from the fishing, right?
From the water, the sea.
Yeah. some of them would have some kind of like herpes or whatever, right? They'd have some kind of sexually transmitted disease, right? And they would go to the doctors, and the doctor would give them tablets, okay? And the reason the doctor would say, don't have alcohol with it, because they would forget if they had alcohol, they're on the pills. It's nothing to do with the pills don't work. It's just they would forget. So a lot of people think they're connected, but they're not connected. It's just if you drink alcohol, you'll forget that you're on them and you'll carry on spreading the madness.
I'm pretty sure the doctor will...
No, that's true. I asked the doctor that.
Any doctor that's listening, if they can clarify that story...
No, that is true. Yeah. I mean, check, by the way, don't drink alcohol if you're on medication.
My point is, listen, I don't trust you. Great guy. But if there's any doctors, I'd like to hear that from them, not you.
Dr. Goldstein. We'll see you now.
Absolutely not. If there's a Dr. Phil, maybe out there?
No, he's not a doctor.
I know, he's not.
Not Dr. Fox, I don't think it was actually.
If there's a Dr. Phil?
You know Dr. Phil, was he a doctor? Did he just stick that, like I've stuck Dr. Scooter Frank?
Yeah.
He's not actually
He must have been some kind I think he's like a psychologist type doctor.
My dog?
No, Dr. Phil.
Is he?
I think so.
You wouldn't go see him if you had a problem.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to get permission to be called doctor. Unless his first name is
Dr. Fox, the DJ. He's not actually a doctor.
Dr. Dre.
Is he a doctor?
A doctor of music.
Oh, okay, right. Well, so I could be a doctor of the air waves. Good night. Okay. Dr. Goldstein.
If there's any doctors, can you please clarify?
No, don't bother. Right, there's only one place we can start, and that is, of course, Tottenham. They finally made the call on Thomas Frank. He has been sacked after just 8 months in charge. The decision came off the back of the 2-1 defeat at home to Newcastle last night, and this is how the game that sealed Frank's fate sounded on the talkSPORT network.
Thomas Frank and Eddie Howe go head-to-head. Goals guaranteed. Charles pokes in the rebound, and Newcastle lead by a goal to nil, and turned in for 1-1. Archie Gray knocking it into the path of Ramsey. What a brilliant goal! And Spurs have it all to do again. Tottenham 1, Newcastle 2. Listen to the chant from the Tottenham fans. You're getting sacked in the morning.
At this moment in time, I don't think Spurs have got the minerals to stand in the Premier League.
We are not in a good position. Of course we are not. That we are very aware of.
Yeah, after recording no Premier League wins in 2026 so far, Thomas Frank has left Tottenham with just 5 points off the relegation zone. Frank recorded the lowest Premier League win rate of any Big Six manager this century. He only managed to win 26.9% of his league games for Spurs. We'll discuss what could be next for Spurs at 5. So if you want to phone up and go, we should go and get this manager, do that at 5, because Benty and I are going to talk about where it went wrong. Is it the right or wrong decision? And does anyone also, we'll start with this question, does anyone feel sorry for Thomas Frank? And I asked that question, Benty, because he's not had the right tools, the correct tools, or all of the tools to do the job that was needed. Okay,
Well,
and I think
you're alluding to injuries, right?
I am, and I think you have to take that on board, because a manager can only be as good as the tools he's given to work with, right? And a lot of his top tools haven't been available to him.
In the likes of Kulusevski,
they sold Brennan Johnson. Madison's not been there. Solanke's just coming back from injury. They never replaced Son. A lot of they keep having injury. We saw another player with an ACL. What was his name last night?
Odobert.
Odobert. It's gone off with another player that's lost for the season. I just feel that any manager with any club would suffer, maybe not as much, but would definitely suffer like he's suffered at Tottenham. I think we have to take that on board. No or not?
Yeah, listen, you feel for probably most managers, didn't you? When they lose their job, in terms of, like, not so much you feel sorry for them, but I understand what you say when you're coming from in regards to losing his job. He seems like a nice guy as well, the way he speaks. Did a great job at Forest, but then we always said about the expectation, and the expectation at a club like Brentford is completely different to what you do at Manchester, what you do at Tottenham Hotspur. So, in that regard, yes, but at the same time, they haven't been good enough. Simple as that. I mean, you look at when he first got the job, and I can remember it like it was yesterday. I remember when he changed it up, they went 5 at the back against PSG. Was it the Super Cup? They lost on penalties, and a lot of people were singing his praises, going, you know what? Good things to come. They beat Burnley. They beat Manchester City away in these first 2 games, and I was like, all right. I remember they got beat by Bournemouth. Then they won the next 3 out of 4. Like, he had a really, really good run, right? In terms of his first 10 games. Like, some really good results. Yes, of late, it just hasn't been good enough, and now injuries do play their part, but that's why you have squads.
Is it the right or wrong decision?
Well, listen, from my perspective, I can only go on the Arsenal situation, for instance, right? When Arteta first got the job. Now, Arsenal was a mess before that. But there were times...
But you were never in danger of going down.
No, but there were times where I was like, oh my goodness, he's got to go. Like, or I was close to going, he's got to go. Or 8th and 8th for us, not good. Look, we're not getting any better. They stuck with him, and eventually now, I know they haven't got over the line yet, but they look fantastic, don't they? In terms of getting to where they should be, they're maybe potentially on the cusp of doing just that.
They are on the cusp.
Right. Like, I almost feels like Tottenham are better off in the league now than they were last season, finishing 17th, right? But they look worse. They look worse than they did last season. Yes, their Champions League form has been good, but then you look at who they've played in the Champions League. And I'm one of those, though, even if they've got poor games in the Champions League, because people have often alluded to that and gone, well, yeah, you're saying about the Champions League, but they beat Slavia Prague, for instance, in the Champions League. They beat Copenhagen. Like, these are sides, let's be honest, that they should be beaten. But you still did it. You can only go out and beat who's ahead of you. I probably would have given him more time, waited till the players got back, and then assessed him then.
What I find nuts, and I find this not just with Spurs, but all football clubs, when they sack someone, they pull the trigger, and we haven't learned yet who's taken over.
Yeah, but
I find that incredible.
No, in this instance, I understand that, because they are a sinking ship right now. The players are not responding to Thomas Frank one bit. I watched them last night. They were dreadful again first half. Had a bit of bite second half when they came out. Got the equaliser, and then straight away, 5 minutes later, they concede again, and then that was it. They're not responding to him. So I think sometimes, I know you've got no plan to get someone else in charge, but you have to kind of change it somehow, because with Thomas Frank in charge still, they are going to keep losing games upon games upon games. And before they know it, they're in the bottom 3. And you're like, oh my goodness, what do we do now? So before that happens, I would go, do you know what? Move on from Thomas Frank. assess where we are, think about who's coming in next. But he had to go. It's two separate incidents. You can't just keep him for the sake of it. You have to get rid of him and then worry about the rest later.
I know, but they've got Tottenham fans, Tottenham players. The club need to know where they are going forward. Right now, a lot of people on social media are suggesting that Ryan Mason will come back. I know nothing, by the way, everyone. I personally think that would be the wrong move for the club, and more importantly for him, right? Because if he goes back there again, it sort of looks like he's a stopgap. And we've just seen him at West Brom, and I would imagine, I don't know Ryan, I don't know his people, but I would imagine he wants a full-time job. He just doesn't want to seem to come in and stop the
West Brom one was harsh.
Yeah, so I don't think that's the right move for Ryan Mason, personally. This is my view. And then it's like, well, if you want the right manager, a bit like Man United, right? You can't get someone now, because I know De Zerbi is free, but I don't know if he'd come into this club now because they might go down. Very difficult to get someone in.
They will find somebody. They're not a club.
Well, hold on. So my question is, will they find someone that's going to continue at Spurs next season, or will they find someone to come in between now and the end?
I think they can find both.
What, the same person? Or two different?
No, they can find either. You'll find someone who's willing to take the job now and next season, or they'll find an interim till the end of the season.
Okay, well, from 5 o'clock, we'll ask the question, Tottenham fans, who do you want next? But we're going to concentrate on now, is it the right or wrong decision? Where did it all go wrong? And does anyone feel sorry for Thomas Frank? Tottenham fans, you can pick up the phone. Give us a call, 03717 223 You can have your say next, live on Drive on talkSPORT.
My view of punditry is when I listen to a pundit, whoever that pundit might be, whatever they may be, whether it's male, female, black, white, yellow, green, it's, do I learn something from them? Do they engage me? Do I find them interesting and entertaining? And do they merit my attention? And that's my response to the reasons why I was saying the things I said.
He's sitting right beside you.
Yeah, I you know, it's an opinion, isn't it? Which Indeed. We're all entitled to. I put value on opinions. Right, you have to, because there's, you know, everybody has them, right? So I'm not going to listen to a mob on X who've never, ever put themselves in any situation to do anything close to what I've done in my career. I listen to the professionals, right? I listen to the people who've hired me for the last 11 years around the world, the biggest broadcasters in the world. By default, if I'm working with the people who are considered the brilliant broadcasters, then if I'm in the same team as them, next to them, then by default, I'm considered also a brilliant broadcaster. So I take everything you're saying, but the reality is I've been good enough for 11 years, right? And as I said, I'm the person that will go and seek out feedback for someone to go, I think you're struggling. It's never happened.
See, the language that you use, Annie, is, to me, it's steeped in a sense of entitlement. I mean, the sheer weight of the entitlement that you seem to believe that you have would resink the Titanic. I think you've been quite fortuitous. I think because of initiatives like DEI, they've allowed people to be put into positions in the men's game that I don't think they've merited. And now that sort of seeds an attitude that you become a stalwart in the women's game.
Come on, you know the words. Come on. Bing, bing, bing. It's his drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, ex-Spurs centre-forward Darren Bent alongside me. Still to come, Luke the Nuke Littler will be joining us live from Antwerp, ahead of night 2 of the Darts Premier League. We won't mention what happened on night 1. Just quickly, Roberto De Zerbi has left Marseille after a 5-0 tonking to PSG last night. And England's cricketers, they're in action against the Windies in the T20 Cricket World Cup. The wonderful John Norman has more. He's watching for talkSPORT. John, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you both. It looks tough for England from here. 102 for 4 after 11 overs. They need 197 after Shafane Rutherford hit 76 from just 42 deliveries. Sam Curran and Harry Brook at the crease. And with a bit of batting to come, but England need around 11 and over from here. And the last 3 overs have gone the way of the West Indies, with Jacob Bethel cleaned up for 33 and run scoring just becoming a touch more tricky. So a big task awaits England if they're to seal victory, but they'll back themselves. 94 needed from 51. They're 103 for 4.
Good work as always, John Norman. Thank you for that. Right, let's go to Spurs fans. We are talking obviously about Thomas Frank. We'll speak from 5 o'clock about who you want next. The question we're asking now, is it the right or wrong decision? I think that's a key question. Where did it all go wrong? And do you feel a little bit sorry for him? By that I mean, of course, so many injuries. What else could he have done?
Do you know what? It is a bit of an indictment on him, the way Brentford are going about their business with Keith Andrews. That is never a good look, that.
Yeah. Talking of never a good look, I don't want to say that the youth of Britain today is dying out, right, with regards to education. But next up is Derek. This is how it's spelled. D-E-R-R-I-C-K. Derek.
That's how you spell his name?
I don't think it is.
We'll ask him.
I don't think it is. Hello, Derek.
It's definitely not that, but that was the spelling on my birthday cake. A wedding cake 54 years ago, and my mother-in-law, bless her, she got it wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely to speak to you, Derek. How are you?
Good. Yeah, good. Thanks. But I am so sad at my team. I'm having nightmares now about Arsenal doing the quad, and that's the only thing that's going to be worse than what's happening now.
I can't believe the situation at Tottenham. You're thinking about Arsenal.
No, I'm having nightmares about them.
But why? I mean, your only thought should be with Spurs and whether or not they'll be playing Championship football next season, which is a huge possibility now.
I don't care about that. The last time we went down, we come back and played good for years.
You do care about it, Derek. You do care about it. You can't have Spurs.
I do.
You can't have Spurs in Championship.
I've got a question for the team. Have you ever seen, in modern times, any Premier League team that runs away from the ball when other teams have got it?
None springs to mind.
They don't know how to defend. They back off and back off and back off. And going forward, most of them stand still waiting for the ball to come to them. We ain't the team that goes through people.
But do you know what? There was a prime example of that. There was a prime example of that last night. Van der Ven. Another goal was disallowed. Even though, by the way, that Willock offside is tight as it comes. By the way,
very tight.
Van der Ven's defending. First of all,
I know there was question marks.
Question marks.
By the way, Chelsea defending last night.
The last goal. I mean,
that was Keystone Cops. That was
honestly. But no,
wow.
I think I've not got an issue with Spurs having a plan in place for who comes in next, because I just think that he had to go in terms of.
I'm not so sure that was the right call.
No, it is. But if you
although from the outside looking in, we never know what the dressing room was like. They all might have hated him, and it's gone.
We're playing like they are.
Yeah. Let's go to Mick, Spurs fan. Hi, Mick.
Good afternoon, boys. How are you? All right?
I'm great, man. How are you today?
It's like Groundhog Day, isn't it? Another Spurs manager getting the tin tag after 8 months.
Okay. If it was down to you, if they phoned Mick up and said, Mick, the votes are even, 10 apiece, stay and go, you've got the casting vote, what would it be?
I was always in favour of we needed stability, like Darren said with Arteta.
Yeah.
It's going to take a long time to sort our club out, but they need to do it now. But I don't trust this lot to get it right. But he looks about 10 years older, Frank. He's only been there 8 months, poor bloke.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've had years of it. I'm used to it, but with him, once again, the players will get off scot-free, and they have badly let him down. They think they're better than what they are, right? Now, they need to look at themselves. They finished 17th last year. Yes, we won that cup last year, but again, we're sitting in 16th. And we pay a lot of money for our season tickets, yeah? Have a look at how many games we've won at home in the last year or so.
Yeah, not many.
It's ridiculous. If you went to If you went to a restaurant and got that sort of service, you'd never eat there again.
Do you know what's mad, right? I mean, everyone...
It's an unbelievable analogy.
Great. And this is where I know last year we didn't really cut Ange any slack when it comes to injuries, but last night, missing from their squad, because of for injury, Ben Davis. Now, yes, he's getting on in age, but he's still more than capable of stepping in. Romero, being an idiot, getting himself sent off. Udogie, Danso, Pedro Porro, Kulusevski, who I think is their best player, Maddison, Bergvall, Bentancur, Kudus, Richarlison. The Spurs, if these players are fit all season, Spurs are not where they are.
And that, let me tell you now, that team when everyone's fit, best they can hope for, realistically, best 6, best.
Yeah.
Realistically, 7 or 8. Let's say 7 in the middle.
They could probably push a little bit more.
Okay, but let's say 7.
Yeah.
Right, best. You take all those players out, they're probably about where they should be.
Yeah.
That's the problem they've got.
It's tough.
By the way, does it smell? I know this is going to be weird. Does it smell of dog food in here? I've got dog food. No,
why have you got dog food?
I don't know. I can just smell dog food in here. Like either that or someone's walked in something. Not me.
You think someone maybe stood in...
I don't know. In dog food.
It's...
Yeah. Still to come, we'll be joined in just a moment by a big Man United fan and more importantly, world #1 darts player Luke Littler ahead of night 2 of the Premier League darts tomorrow. What is it, Wednesday today? It's Thursday tomorrow. That's how weeks work. Right, time for no Googling. Spurs being winless in their last 8 Premier League matches. We want to know, when was the last time they went this long without a league win? When was the last time Tottenham went this long without a league win? The answer to that and loads more coming up live on Drive on talkSPORT after this.
Romero does what he does. Right, ridiculous tackle. Thomas Frank cannot be blamed for that loss at Man United. Now, he can be blamed for leaving the armband with him or not getting in his head to behave better or control his emotion. That's partly the manager's job. But for Romero to do that after the ridiculous social media stuff, which I still don't understand. You know, what the hell? He should have been fined 2 weeks' wages for that and probably dropped from if they had more players fit and left if they had Danso fit. Well, just right. Because what is he actually saying there? If he's saying to the hierarchy, we haven't got enough players. I mean, is he absolutely stupid? I mean, forwards, Muani, Richarlison, Odobert, Solanke, Maddison, Simons, Kudos, Kulusevski, Tell. Forget if you think they're good enough. There's loads of players. Midfield, Sarr, Gallagher, Bergvall, Gray, Bentancur, Paulinho. Now, they've got more forward options than any other team in the Prem. So what's he saying? Now, if he'd have come out and gone articulately, I think we've got to have a look at the medical staff. Or the coaching. Something's not right. The pitches. We can't have that many players injured. Something's not right here. Something's got to be looked at. Someone upstairs has got to look at what's going on with all these injured players. How can we have that many injured players? That's ridiculous. I'd go, strong, but maybe he's got a point. His point, there's no substance to the out.
There's no intelligence with it, is there?
No, because they've got more players. They've got more options in forward play. They've got, I've just named 9. It's
Amen Corner, perhaps the most feared run of holes in golf. Each year it claims the tournament hopes of many, with balls hitting bunkers and water traps aplenty. But why is it so fearsome, and where did it get its name? Just the thoughts of holes 11, 12 and 13 at Augusta National gives the likes of Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth the shivers. McIlroy hit 3 over and Spieth hit 4 over in their final rounds to blow their hopes of a green jacket in 2011 and 2016 respectively. But did you know Amen Corner's name is inspired by a jazz song from 1933? American sports writer Herbert Warren Wint, on the left here, wrote about it in 1958, referencing the song shouted in that Amen Corner when describing the run. Hole 11 is a par 4 over 520 yards with a green guarded by a pond and bunkers to the front edge. 12, perhaps golf's most famous hole, is a par 3 over just 155 yards. The green's guarded by Rays Creek at the front, more bunkers and azalea bushes ready to punish the smallest error. Then there's the 13th that teases the hook shot over the trees. It's a dogleg par 5 over 545 yards that's inviting for big hitters who want to reach the green in 2. If you want to win the Masters, you have to keep your score down around Amen Corner. So who'll be the next to fall victim to golf's most famous and most daunting challenge?
Oh, this ain't what I thought it was.
Why are we playing night? This is Nina, 99 Red Balloons. Oh yeah, Balloon Day.
So Jack, I know if it's possible.
Balloon Day.
You go to the start of this song, just there, the first part. If you can't, it's not a problem.
It's really slow.
No, but it's, do you know what
really slow. It's just her talking.
No, the bit that he started it with.
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
Because I thought it was the freaks come out at night. Remember that tune?
What one?
Freaks come out at night. Remember that tune? I'll get to find that.
Do you want to play the whole album, Jack?
No, but that's me.
No, I mean now. Yeah, we get it, Jack. We get it. He's good, isn't he? Fades out well, the fella. Available at weddings. Before the break, I asked the question, when was the last time Spurs went as long as they are? That's 8 Premier League games without a win. When was the last time they did that? Under who?
2008.
Did Anil write these? He did.
2008.
It's awful. Juan de Ramos in 08-9. 9 wins. 9 wins without victory.
Yeah, he lost his job after that.
Yeah.
And Harry Kane.
He was the fella, he was the manager that at the press conference said he got the train there, the tube there, wasn't he? He showed his travel card. Do you remember that?
Can't remember. I know he won the League Cup, though.
Yeah, he did.
And people forget about that. Did he go? He went Real Madrid, didn't he?
Yes. Unbelievably, yeah. Unbelievable. Right, we'll go back to the phone lines in just a moment, but there has been a wicket in the T20 World Cup cricket. Let's go back to John Norman. He can tell us more. Hi, John.
Yep, it's Harry Brook who's gone, the England captain. A poor way to go as well. Sam Curran had hit Moti into the stands for 6, 2 balls before, and Harry Brook hasn't really gone for the big shot. He's kind of caught between two minds, and in the end just has pushed this back to Moti. He's taken a decent catch. Curran is still there. He's 22. We're just awaiting the batting to come. It's probably going to be Will Jacks, but essentially England still some way adrift. 197 the target, so they need 66 from 37 balls. England 131 for 5.
Good work, thanks for that, John. Now, we were going to have Luke Littler on the show, right? He was going to be at 4:30, then it went to 4:45, right? I can tell you don't even know this. He's just pulled out.
Has he?
That's terrible, isn't it?
Has he, yeah?
Just get on the phone, man.
Should we get Humphries for you?
Yeah.
Oh, where's Humphreys at?
Yeah. Get Humphreys. Text your man.
Message him now.
Luke Littler. What's all that about? I know you're world number one and all that nonsense, but just pick up the phone for 5 minutes. All the other superstars do, right? Do you know what I mean?
He's there, isn't he?
I swear on my life. I swear on my life. But, you know, his loss is our gain, or your gain, actually, because that means we've got more time for your calls. 03717223384. Tom's a Spurs fan. Hello, Tom.
Hi, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Why? Why have you not phoned us before? You waited for this exact moment?
This exact moment of the worst manager I think I've seen in 20 years.
Well, that's a big statement, being a Spurs fan.
It is.
Why would Ange be the best?
No, Ange wouldn't be the best. Poch would be the best.
Okay, so Poch won nothing and Ange won something, but Poch is the best.
Yeah,
never understand that.
But Poch was the best. Best football, lofty heights, title challenge, all of that.
Lofty. You won a trophy under Ange.
Is that where he lived? Lofty Heights.
Lofty heights.
What does that mean?
Yeah. Just means he was doing consistently well, wasn't he? He got us believing, all of that, changed the reputation of the club.
Okay, so listen, at 5 o'clock we'll be asking Spurs fans to phone up and tell us who they want next. So I won't ask that question. What have you phoned up to talk about? I asked quite a few at the beginning, right or wrong decision. Do you feel a bit sorry for him? Where does Spurs go from here, etc.? What have you phoned up to say?
Yeah, I don't feel sorry for him at all. His style of football, I couldn't tell you what it is. Could not say. 8 months, I think, is long enough, even with the injuries, even when he was only really missing Kulu and Madders. The style of football just wasn't there at all. We lost 3-0 to Forest when he had pretty much a full team apart from those two.
Okay.
It was just dross, and you've either got to get results or you've got to have a style of play that people can get behind, and he had neither. He didn't have any personality behind him as well. Yeah, he might be a nice guy, but all he talked about was, yeah, he could see that it wasn't going right. Okay, brilliant, but what are you doing about it? And there was nothing to show that there was any form of improvement.
Tom, let me ask you a question, right? Because for the last how long it is, I've heard Spurs fans moan about whoever's in charge. So the last time I'm guessing you guys were genuinely happy would have been Pochettino, which I understand. You didn't like Jose. You didn't like Conte. Didn't like Ange.
Ange's first season was good. You know, we finished 5th under Ange, and I think usually I always give a new manager a season, like as a type test. But there was nothing to get behind Frank. There was nothing to hang the hope on. There was elements with the other guys, like it all just crashed and burned for various reasons. But there was elements that you could get behind and you can support, but absolutely nothing with Frank. There really wasn't. I was at the City game a couple of weeks ago, and that first half was abysmal.
What about the second half?
Second half was okay, yeah, but you're 2-0 down. You've got to play. You've got to play when you're 2-0 down. Why are we turning up at 45 minutes? The players have to take responsibility, but ultimately it's the manager. Are you not motivating them? Why aren't you motivating them?
So what should be the expectation now to stay up?
Gotta be. We're in a relegation fight. Gotta be.
You thanks for your call. You really are. I honestly think that Tottenham could, without a shadow of a doubt, be playing the football. I'll tell you why, right? I said at the beginning of the month they won't win a game this month. Their last game of the month is at home. They won't win that. Right, they won't get a draw. Realistically, I know people go, form goes out the window, North London Derby. I don't agree with that. I don't subscribe to that anymore. You look at all the fixtures they've got coming up. I put one out on WhatsApp group. The next game that I think they've got a chance of winning is in April, where they're at Molineux.
So I know, I understand what you're saying, right?
And by then, teams like West Ham might have got enough points on the board.
But that's the thing, and that's why I think they could still stay. I think they will stay up. I don't think they'll go down because yes, the North London Derby. I think Arsenal should win that. They should win that. There's no reason why they can't nick a result against Fulham.
It's at Fulham.
Yeah, okay.
Mate, tough team.
It is a tough team. It is, but there's no reason why they can't nick a result against Palace.
There is a reason why they. Okay, there's two reasons why they can't do what you just said. One, they've got no players. They're not playing well, and Fulham are at home. And Fulham are playing well.
Yeah.
And two, when they play Palace at home, they're at home. Their home form is dreadful. They've got no player. Where's this miracle going to come from?
No, but Fulham have lost their last 2 games. They got beat at Everton.
I know, but they're
beat by United.
Okay, the United one
and they've got City next. So that could be 3 on the bounce.
Okay.
So they could nick a result there.
So realistically, what have you seen from Spurs in the last this season to make you think that's possible? I'm being realistic.
No, but so am I. I'm just saying that. I just don't think it's as easy as by saying, I don't know when they win a game. I think potentially they can nick something from somewhere. Do you know what I mean? And also as well, when you look at the table.
Who they got? Sorry, who they got after Palace at home?
So they're after, so they go Palace at home, Liverpool away.
Okay.
Forest at home. Can nick a result there.
Okay, that's massive. But again, their home form's terrible. That's why I'm saying that.
Sunderland away.
I mean, good luck with that.
Tough.
Yeah.
Brighton at home. Brighton at the minute having a bit of a tough one.
But all their home games, I'm a bit like, yeah.
Wolves away.
There you go. That's the one. When's that? April the what?
That's May. No, April the 25th.
Yeah. That's when I think they'll win their next game.
Nah, see, I think they can nick one before that. And also...
What, a win?
Yeah, but while that's happening, we're banking on West Ham.
Forest, they've got West Ham got horrible run.
Just winning games.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a fair point. Tony's a Spurs fan. He's up next. Hi, Tone.
Hiya.
How are you, man?
Well, just being a Spurs fan is depressing at times. My main point was, if we get relegated, it will be gutting and it will be hugely unfair on us fans.
Well, there's a but coming up.
What?
But yeah, go on.
But you know what?
Don't say it.
The board deserve it.
Oh, okay.
The board at ENIC at Tottenham
I see that.
deserve to be relegated. So next season, when we've got 32,000 people watching us against Preston, and then the following weekend we're playing against Cardiff, they can enjoy their Beyoncés and their NFL. They deserve us to get relegated. I hope we don't, but if we do, they can sit there in their boardroom and all their plans and all their money will all go up in smoke.
But you know what? I was looking at the last 5 years, right? And maybe it comes down to the recruitment, because I was looking at, and obviously now working euros, about money spent, right? So Arsenal spent 769.9 million in euros in the last 5 years.
Why are you working euros all the time?
Yeah, that's what I do. Okay. Spurs have spent 665 million. So it's not like they've not put their hand in the pocket. I think the problem they've probably got in terms of what they've brought in.
Yeah, the recruitment.
The recruitment. That's probably been the problem where you go, okay, because, I mean, you lot have spent 782 million, Manchester United. But my point is...
How on earth are you bringing us to the table in this?
Because I'm talking about like the bracket they're in terms of like the owners have spent a lot of money.
Badly.
That's the recruitment's been the problem. Last 5 years.
Yeah. We'll take more calls on this. In fact, from 5 o'clock, you can get dialing now. From 5 o'clock, we'll be asking the big question, Spurs fans. Who do you want next? Realistically, by the way, who do you want next? I imagine, Bentley, quite a few Tottenham fans will say, get someone interim in charge now, end of the season, and then get Poch back after the World Cup.
Poch is the one they see as the saviour.
I imagine, yeah. It's very rare that a manager goes back to a club and does well. I know Jose did it, obviously. It's very rare a manager goes back and he's successful.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous when you think about putting all your hopes and dreams into one man. Because if, just say, for instance, he comes back, it doesn't work, then what happens?
Yeah.
It's almost like we'll be okay when Poch comes back.
They need to announce Tottenham, I think, in the next 24 hours who's taking over.
Oh, no, I don't.
What, you think it could be a couple of days?
Yeah,
because they're not playing until the 22nd, I think it is.
Yeah, so they've got time.
Yeah? You don't think the players need to know?
No, they don't.
Oh, dear, how would you feel if you're in that squad?
Yeah.
You've got no manager, no direction, no rudder on that ship.
Just get on with it. You got personal... I know at the minute they're not playing with it, but you've got personal pride. It doesn't really matter to me who's at the helm who ain't.
I don't think it matters to the Spurs players if they go down.
No, it will do. Trust me. They've got reputation.
They've all got escape clauses. They'll all be out.
Yeah, but it's all well and good having escape clauses or release clauses.
Yeah.
Someone needs to pay that money. Now, if you've been awful this season, what makes you think someone might come and go, we'll take him? So you've got all that to think about.
Okay. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True. But do footballers think like that?
Yeah. I mean,
if you're in that team, if you're in the Spurs team right now,
there's people.
What are you thinking?
There'll be people in the dressing room having conversations. The ones privately going, well, do you know what? I'm out of here. I'm trying to get my agent to get me out of here.
Yeah.
Because we're playing badly. And any conversations, potentially, yeah. And then you'll get the ones, like, and I don't know hardly any of the players in the dressing room, but you get the ones like Ben Davies, who's good character, going, no, we can get out of this. We need to be better.
Yeah. They're few and far between those.
But you get some that'll be like, nah, it's it for me. Just get me out of here.
Yeah. That'd be me.
That would be.
5 o'clock would take your calls, Tottenham fans. Who do you want next? Easy question to ask, very difficult to answer. And when? Do you want him now, or get someone involved to the end of the season? Yeah. I wonder if Tottenham fans would take Glenn Hoddle back.
No, I don't.
I reckon they would, mate.
No, but Glenn's
He's fine now.
No, but I think he's fine.
He's fine now.
Fine from the nice.
No, I think he's fine. I don't think they fix it a little bit. I think he's all fixed and fine.
Mate, there's no that job.
Well, there we go. We need a doctor for this one. Go on, finish. There's no. Start with there's no. There's no.
There's no way.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
In that job, your stress levels are too much, man. Glenn don't need that. Glenn's an unbelievable co-commentator in that. He don't need that.
Okay. All right, Spurs fans, who does need it? 03717223344. Clear the switchboard because we'll need lots of space for your calls. That's what we're doing from 5. Get dialing now.
In the 2 high-profile times when I've accused anyone of racism or sexism, a High Court has agreed with me. A parliamentary committee has agreed with me. So, and I've got reams of evidence.
Oh, absolutely.
Of people.
You're talking about Mark Sampson and Joey Barton.
Right, but the point is, I'm not the person.
That's the extreme end of the equation, isn't it?
Right,
what is the point?
No, but
Go on,
my
Annie.
point is, that's also replicated online. So there's reams and reams of evidence of people online.
But you did it to me. You told me. No, I don't have a problem with it because it's your opinion. You said to me about me that I'm a sexist.
No,
I don't think I am. I think I have a strident opinion. I have a daughter.
I think you pander to an audience.
Yeah, and that in itself could be considered to be something that people would. I could be robust in my rejection of it. It's your opinion. You're entitled to it, and I like you should do. I only take the value of a people's opinion from someone whose opinion I respect.
Yeah.
Your opinion isn't relevant to me, and my opinion, to some extent, shouldn't be relevant to you. And if you are strong in the views that you have, I admire you for having the strength of them. But everything that you seem to portray in life seems to be that every disadvantage that you have is because either you're a woman or because you're black, and it's got nothing to do with your contribution to the equation and the way that people perceive you.
I'll always take responsibility if I think I've done something wrong. I'm the first person to apologise if I think, I shouldn't have said that, or that went the wrong way. You can find multiple examples of me apologising, but there is a reality that I do suffer sometimes a disadvantage because people abuse me for my identity. They don't actually focus on, I don't think she's a good person or good pundit because of X, Y, Z. They go into attacking your identity. Those are two different things.
Driver talkSPORT, it's me, Andy Goldstein, the award winner alongside me. Well done. If you're joining us late, Darren Bent has just won the award for having the greatest lead presenter on a show, which is, of course, is me. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. Still to come, we'll be asking what next for managerless Spurs. Who do you want in charge? Great question. Sorry. Big Ange back. Big Ange, sorry about that. Just quickly, Pakistan's fixture against India in the T20 World Cup is set to go ahead as scheduled on Sunday after the Pakistan government ended its order for a boycott.
So you know, I'm watching that.
That's good. I mean,
watching
that is going to be proper, isn't it? Yeah. Let's stay with cricket for a moment. England have lost another wicket. It's not good, is it? Against the Windies in the T20 World Cup. John Norman has got some bad news for us. John?
Yeah, it looks tough for England from here. It's been tough for a while, actually. 54 needed, 22 balls to get them in. Sam Curran's just is still there. He's 26 from 19. But Jamie Overton and also Will Jacks have both departed cheaply as well. So really a lot resting on Curran. Brilliant catch to get rid of Overton on the boundary by Rovman Powell, but West Indies have been good today and they look like they might be too good for England. They need 53 from 21. They're 144 for 7.
Thanks, John.
I'm thinking.
What, for Spurs?
I'm thinking Spurs stability.
Go on. You're going to make a lot of friends with this.
Yeah, I think for stability, first of all, shout out the Windies. Go on the Windies.
Yeah.
Gareth Southgate.
Gareth Southgate for Spurs. Do you know what?
Stabilisation, my word.
I think stability is the word.
Yeah, but stabilisation.
I don't know if stabilisation is needed there. I think stability.
We spoke about it for Manchester United. There's no reason why for Spurs short term.
He ain't going to take that job short term, dude.
What, mate?
He ain't. Look, this is the problem Spurs have got. No manager wants to go to Spurs and be known as the manager that relegated him. That's the problem.
No, he'll go there, Gareth Southgate.
That's the problem you've got. He might go there in the new season.
No, but with Gareth, listen. In most people's eyes, yours included, I don't agree, but in most people's eyes, he's already had the top job.
Who?
Gareth. He's already, like, me and you differ on opinions, but he's already had the top job.
England?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
you don't mean Middlesbrough?
No.
Right, okay.
Right, so why would he not?
I just think it's a risk. You don't want on your TV our relegated Spurs.
So they won't. I don't think they'll go down.
Mate, said that about West Ham. It could happen.
And listen, I know it can happen, but listen.
Look,
I don't think
they'll
it's a bad
lose
shout.
to Arsenal, right? What's the gap between them and West Ham? 5?
Yes.
Right. They'll lose to, let's just say, although West Ham they've got a tough
Here's my
game.
point.
Who've West Ham got next? It's like Man City or Liverpool, something nuts.
We're expecting West Ham and Nottingham Forest, because they're there as well.
Yeah.
To all of a sudden,
West Ham have got to get out of the bottom 3.
West Ham's next few
God,
fixtures.
it's horrible.
No, it's not. The next one's Bournemouth at home. We can win that.
Okay. If they beat Bournemouth and Spurs lose to Arsenal, 2 points.
All right. Then they go Anfield.
It don't matter because then it's 2 points. Then it's up.
Right, Anfield.
Okay, tough game.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
No, it is a tough game.
Yeah. Then they go Fulham away.
Okay.
I mean, there's no reason why they can't win that.
All right.
Then they go Man City at home.
Well, Man City will be on top of the Premier League by then.
Villa away.
Horrible game, but
Wolves at home. So there's not fixtures where you go, they're going to get blasted every game.
That's the problem I think Spurs have got. Is you could be that manager that took them down. We'll talk about that from 5, but now it's time for this.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Yeah, time now for today's bet, but friends at Paddy Power. Let's welcome Graham Byrne to the show because we're looking to tonight in the Premier League as Sunderland welcome Liverpool to the Stadium of Light. Let's say hello to Al Graham. Hello, Graham.
Hello, Andy. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? You all right? You well?
Yeah, all good here. Very good. Looking forward to a good night of football tonight.
It looks like you're doing the show from under the stairs. Where are you? Why is it so dark?
I'm in the booth, the broadcasting
booth.
booth. So all the lights are out there. It's darkness behind me.
As Robert Palmer would say. Well, listen, thanks for coming on. It's a 5-leg bet builder. These are our picks. This could have shocked people. I just fancy it. If it was an away fixture for Sunderland, I obviously wouldn't go near it. But I just think home and away, they're so different. I've gone for Sunderland to win the game.
Yeah, millions shouting Homer at the radio at this very moment, Goldstein, because of that. But Sunderland are the only unbeaten team at home in the Premier League. Liverpool have been struggling away from home. They're reeling from that, what went on at the weekend against Man City. And believe it or not, if Sunderland win, they'll go level with Liverpool on points, which after 26 games, I don't think anyone would have predicted at the start of the season.
Sorry, what did you say they shouted at the radio?
Homer.
Homer. That's
yeah,
what I thought you
Homer,
said. That's what I thought you said. Yeah. Benny, what are you going for next, Benny?
I've got both teams to score.
Yeah, why not? As we said, they drew 1-1, didn't they, earlier on in the season at this. Liverpool, no problem scoring goals. They got the problems at the back. Sunderland's home form as well is brilliant. So I think that's a good one for you, Benty, both teams to score.
Next up is, usually it's producer Joe, but it's producer Luke today, who's just finished his YTS work. 17, he's in the hot seat. He's gone for Mohamed Salah to score at any time.
Meteoric rise to the top at talkSPORT for Luke, but Mo Salah, no stranger to scoring goals, so I'm not surprised that Luke has gone with him. And I tell you, they're going to be smart in a few of these Liverpool players over what's happening there lately.
3 down, 2 to go. Next up, the people, they've gone for over 2.5 home corners. Unusual one.
They're following you in, Andy. They're going to blame you if this doesn't happen, but they do like a corner. They're good from corners, Sunderland, and we expect them to put a bit of pressure on Liverpool, so I think that's a low line 2.5 corners.
Last one is yours, G-Dog. What are you going for?
Yes. I'm going for Mr. Brobby to have a shot on target. He's been unbelievable since he broke into the team, Brian Brobby.
Yeah.
He's been the main man. He's scoring goals. He's had a shot on target in the last 4 games. And if Sunderland are going to win, you're going to think he's going to have a shot on target.
Big time. Right, good work. That was great. Before I let you go, can you confirm the odds and the value of the charity bet one more time?
Yeah, the odds are 35 to 1. So hopefully next time I'm speaking to the 2 years, we'll have a nice little bonus to celebrate.
We haven't won for ages, have we?
We're due.
We really are. Let's definitely hope it's tonight. There you go. Thanks. We'll speak to you in a bit. That's Paddy Power's Bet Builder for today. Minimum 125, plug 18 plus. BeGamblerWare.org.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus. BeGamblerWare.org.
Right, the big question is coming up at 5 o'clock. Tottenham fans, you have no manager. Who do you want next? 03717 22 33 44.
Mo, what happened yesterday?
Andy.
What happened yesterday?
Andy, listen.
What happened?
Andy, listen.
Mo, what happened?
Listen. We still gonna go. We still can do the double candy. The cups.
Now, what happened yesterday though? What happened yesterday?
To win.
Mo, what happened yesterday?
Yes, what is on? Listen, yesterday's game. Like I said, I don't want to talk about it, Candy.
No, why don't you want to talk about it? No, that's what we're talking about.
What is on? Listen, we're not talking about that. We're going to talk about tomorrow's match.
No. Here's what we're talking about. What happened yesterday?
Candy.
Yep.
Candy.
Yep.
Come on, Candy.
Listen, what happened yesterday?
Candy, listen.
Yeah, what happened yesterday, man?
I've said this all the time to you, every single time. I keep repeating myself. Liverpool have been done by VAR so many times. It's unreal.
You lost 2-1.
The referee was shocking, Candy.
You lost 2-1.
And do you know what? Candy? Yesterday, it wasn't a surprise to me. It wasn't a surprise. I mean, our team turned up in the second half. We were just absolutely superb. The boys were absolutely superb.
You conceded 2 goals.
Candy, what are you on about now? Candy.
Mo, you conceded 2.
Listen, Jimmy G, you can't say anything, yeah? you cannot talk. You've got no room to talk.
You can't be blaming VAR, mate. You can't be blaming VAR.
I mean, Jimmy G, listen, your captain got sent off. He just done it deliberately.
From the Toffees to the Tractor Boys, the Eagles to the Seagulls, Gunners, Bees, Hammers and Magpies, Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Let's start with Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were two local toffee shops. Ye Ancient Everton Toffee House and Mother Noblet's Toffee Shop were big fan favourites. Next, they say if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, and that's exactly what Ipswich Town did when it came to their nickname. The term Tractor Boys used to be chanted by their opponents as a way of putting the team down for their farming background. But during one game back in the late 90s, Ipswich were 1-0 up and they decided to flip the script. 1-0 to the Tractor Boys, they sang, and a new nickname was born. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, well, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire is also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Next up, turns out apples are not the only fruit that don't fall far from the tree. Bournemouth's nickname, the Cherries, comes from the fact the club's stadium was originally built right next to a bunch of cherry orchards. This next story actually involves two club nicknames. It started with Crystal Palace. They were having an absolute nightmare run back in the early 70s. They'd been relegated after a terrible spell and manager Malcolm Allison decided enough was enough. He wanted a new nickname, something strong, fast and destined for success. Something exactly like an eagle. But there's more to this one. Brighton were in search of a nickname too, and Palace finally gave them what they needed. In a heated match between the two back in 1976, Palace fans began chanting, "Eagles, Eagles." And some clever Brighton fans came up with the perfect reply, "Seagulls, Seagulls." Not all club nicknames have a crazy story though. Take the Gunners. That just comes from the fact a group of munitions workers in the Royal Arsenal factory in Woolwich set up the club in 1886. On the flip side, some nicknames seem simple, but there's a bit more to them, like West Ham. The Hammers is actually nothing to do with the ham part of the name. It comes from the fact the club used to be called Thames Ironworks FC and was made up of workmen and shipbuilders. So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
Welcome back to Drive on talkSPORT, hour number 2. It's me, Andy Goldstein, and the winner of I Work with the Greatest Presenter in the World. It's Darren Bent.
It's just who we are, mate.
Oh, imagine if he came back.
Weaver, Alien, Ripley, what a film.
Still, why are you playing that one, Jack? The Alien one, you madman. Still to come, we'll be asking how many points do you need to stay up with the relegation battle hotting up. But now, after Spurs have sacked Thomas Frank, we're asking, who next for Tottenham Hotspur?
Thomas Frank has been sacked by Tottenham Hotspur.
This job seems to be bigger than Thomas, and the question is why.
I think long term they'd like Pochettino to come back.
You think Poch is going to want to come into the carnage at Spurs at the moment? That squad of players that aren't good enough? I'm not sure.
Spurs are a mental case of a football club.
They've won 2 out of their last 17 Premier League games. They haven't won a league game in 2026. To me, that spells trouble. They've only got 12 games to turn it around.
Spurs have finally made the decision to pull the trigger and get rid of Thomas Frank as they sit 5 points off the relegation zone. The focus very quickly turns to what now for Tottenham. Roberto De Zerbi is one of the leading candidates for the job, but on White and Jordan earlier today, Danny Murphy explains why he doesn't believe De Zerbi is the man for Tottenham.
All his teams play through the lines. Really strong on possession. I think I've said on it before, I was lucky enough to watch him do a couple of sessions. It was really impressive.
Yeah.
And when his Brighton team were at it, they were as good as I've seen Brighton. In fact, Brighton are much worse now than the De Zerbi Brighton. But they always play. He won't be going. And I just don't think as a group of players, when your confidence is low and you're desperate for points and the fans are disgruntled, the last thing you want to be doing is trying to play out from the back.
Is De Zerbi the answer? Can you see that happening? I sort of feel with De Zerbi, he could not pick and choose, but why would he pick Tottenham now?
No, listen, big club. I understand that.
No, they are, but now, where they are right now.
Yeah, but I think you need to kind of distance yourself from that because they're not in. Yes, they're in crisis, but they're not in like the way we're talking about. It's like they're in the bottom three, second bottom, and it's like, oh my goodness, are they going to survive?
Well, in a game's time, they could be 2 points clear of the bottom three,
which means they're still not in it.
Oh, come on, D, you got to be realistic, mate. You got over 10 games to go, and they're 2 points off it.
No, but they're 5. At the minute, they're okay.
I know, but they've got Arsenal, and West Ham have got Bournemouth at home.
I get it, and they're still. Listen. I think they'll be all right. I think De Zerbi probably would take it, but I understand Danny Murphy's point because it's risk. It's risk versus reward, right?
If you were 2 points clear of Man City with 10 games to go, would you be as confident as winning the league as you are Spurs not going down?
Say again, sorry.
We're talking about a 2 point gap. The Spurs
potentially because Bournemouth could beat them.
Yeah, but okay. You're how many points clear of Man City? 5? 6. Okay. If that becomes 5, with 10 games to go, are you as confident as winning the Prem as you will be Spurs not going down? Same gap.
Yeah, because the reason why I'd be less confident in Arsenal winning the league in that position is because City are a good team. They're second for a reason. They can win games.
Spurs are a bad team at the moment.
I get it, but teams below them are worse.
Okay, fair point.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, that's what. So De Zerbi, I think you take it, but as Danny was saying there, it's about risk versus reward. And when you've got no confidence and you start trying to play out from the back and those risky passes, and what won't help Spurs is if they play that way, playing at home, because at times, and I get it, and I've never been his biggest fan, but there were times last night where Vicario was doing things and the fans behind the goal were like, oh. Yeah. Now, if you're a goalkeeper, that is the last thing you need when they're behind you. Because that makes you on edge. Now, imagine now De Zerbi comes in and says to him, right, this is what I want you to start doing. Taking the ball on the back foot, playing it across your own box, getting it, playing it between the lines. He will be a nervous wreck trying to do that. Yeah. That nervous wreck. So, potentially, what Danny's saying is probably correct.
Who do you think would be right for Tottenham that is gettable?
Oof, well, that's the question. I mean,
let me throw some names at you, all right? Big Ange.
No.
Okay.
They couldn't wait to get
I'm not joking, by the way. When I say these, you don't be silly, right? Eric Ten Hag.
No.
Why?
Just don't think it just doesn't feel like the right fit.
Okay. Southgate.
I think he's the one.
Sean Dyche, if he goes from Forest.
Spurs fans uproar. They'd rather Thomas Frank come back.
But Spurs might be looking. They wouldn't have. Spurs might be looking.
I bet they would.
Spurs might be looking at a manager that comes in to stop them going down. I think all Tottenham can aim for now is to make sure they're in the Premier League next season.
Forest tried that, and they're scrambling like crazy.
I know.
No, I think Southgate's the one. I think with options that are out there, now Steve Holland, where's he gone? Steve Holland has gone somewhere. Good coach. He is at Man United, right? That's the problem he's got. Because
number 2.
Steve Holland and Gareth Southgate together, brilliant. Yeah. Like Steve Holland, apparently, I've not worked with him.
Well, you can see.
Right, brilliant coach. He's at Man United with Carrick, so he's not going to Tottenham. Yeah. So then it's what does Gareth Southgate do? But in terms of stabilising the club, getting them to a point where they're the solid foundations, he might be the best out there that they can get, rather than them scrambling around for someone. He's there, available, ready to go. It's whether he wants to go there or they want him.
Okay. Let's take some calls in just a moment. 0371 722 334. I say just a moment because it's all over in the cricket. England were taking on the Windies. I think the Windies have won it. Let's cross over to John Norman. He can tell us more.
They have won it, and they've won it by quite a margin in the end. England have been bowled out for 166, chasing 197, and they never really looked like they were going to push West Indies close. It was Shafane Rutherford who changed the complexion of this game. 76 from just 42 balls, 7 sixes in there as well, as he hit some late order runs to put West Indies in a position of real strength. Few of the England bowlers, Adil Rashid aside, escaped the punishment, and when England came out to bat, they never really got going, despite 30 from Salt in quick time and 33 from Bethel. Sam Curran ended up 43 not out at the end, but England have gone down to a big defeat. They've been beaten by the West Indies by 30 runs.
Thanks for that, John. Right, let's go to the phone lines. 0371 722 334. What about Enzo Maresca? Could he be there next season?
No. What, Brendan Rodgers?
That's not a bad call at all.
Brendan. I always like the football that Brendan plays.
Steve Gerrard?
No, I don't know why. I just think Southgate could be the one, you know.
Graham's a Tottenham fan. Hello, Graham.
Hi guys, you alright?
I'm great.
As always.
Thanks, man. It's very kind of you. Go on then. The list of managers. Who's top of yours?
Well, I would go interim. I'd bring Harry Redknapp back because.
Wow.
He's a people manager, isn't he? So he would definitely get the players playing with a smile on their face again, I think, and I think the Tottenham fans would definitely buy into Redknapp.
Do you? Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know if the players would. I think the game's moved on.
I don't know. I think that would be a very.
They say the game's moved on, but part of the issue is that we're trying to play this new style of football, playing around at the back.
Look at Martin O'Neill.
Harry's not going to do that, is he? He's not going to have you playing around trying to play out from the back. So,
Graham, just a quick one, right? Just a quick one, right? I mean, you said there about Martin O'Neill. That's a great shout at Celtic. Would Martin O'Neill do the same job at Villa? Because that's effectively what you're saying, dropping him into Premier League Villa. No.
Well, I wouldn't say no straight away.
At Villa.
I wouldn't say no. Well, Villa aren't in free fall, so why are you saying it like that?
No, because you're saying Martin O'Neill at Celtic.
Would Martin O'Neill do a job at Spurs?
Oh, I don't know. It's tough. The games. It's
I don't know, mate.
Mate, it's the Scottish League. No disrespect.
Yeah.
The competition is completely different.
I know,
to the Prem.
but you're still picking players up off the floor.
Hey, prime example.
Go on.
Steven Gerrard, Rangers, didn't lose a game all season. Brilliant. Went to Villa. Wow.
Yeah.
Crumbled.
But Martin O'Neill went to Celtic. Picked them up.
That's unfair. He didn't crumble. It just didn't work.
Yeah. But Martin O'Neill, when he went to Celtic, he picked them up off their knees again.
Yeah, but the competition there he's a people person, and yes, I get it. In the Scottish League, you could do that because Celtic should be winning that league all the time.
I don't think Harry Redknapp is the worst shout I've ever heard.
Would you have him or Southgate?
Well, it's nothing to do with me.
No, but who's the better fit?
Till the end of the season?
Yeah.
Redknapp.
You think?
I think Southgate needs time. I mean, Southgate's a better manager, right? I don't even know the answer to that. Adrian's up next. Hi, Aid.
Hello there. A very depressed Spurs fan at the moment.
Yeah.
But to be quite honest with you, I know you're saying, who do we want as Spurs fans to be the next manager? I think you've got to look at it the other way round by saying, which manager in their right mind would want to
all of them.
Join the circus that is Tottenham?
You'll find Adrian. You'll find somebody. Spurs, big club, man.
Of course they would.
But when you say they're a big club, yeah, you could say they spend a lot of money. The crowds come in, and they are a big club, but they are a rubbish big club. I don't even know who chooses the transfers now, whether it's a sporting director, whether it's a manager, a coach. Who is it that makes these very poor decisions? That I just wouldn't want to be associated with.
Who do you want?
I'd like to see Pochettino come in after the World Cup.
Yeah, but who do you want between now and then?
I don't think it makes any difference. I think
it does, because you might go down.
Yeah, I think whoever comes in, Tottenham are going to go down.
Wow.
Okay. So I'm looking. I'm looking at and someone made.
Look at the players that have.
Someone made a really good point. He said, "Redknapp will struggle because Defoe, Crouchy, Nico Cranchar are unavailable."
So Mopo's favourite.
Yeah.
Then Redknapp, then De Zerbi, then Robbie Keane. I didn't see the rest of them.
Gareth Southgate. Get Gareth. He's there.
Now?
Someone said Harry's 80 next month as well.
Okay, that's maybe too much.
I mean, it's a little bit. Come on.
Yeah, maybe that's a little bit. I didn't know he was that old. Okay.
I mean, I need to double check that, but he. I understand why people are saying him, because he got Spurs back into the Champions League. I mean, he's 78 now. He's 2nd of March. He's 79.
He's too old.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
He's too old
to be doing that job
for 10 games, 12 games.
Gareth, I think Gareth.
But by the way, no one has phoned up yet and said this is who will do the job.
No, they want Pochettino.
I know, but now you need a manager who's going to stop you going down. If Spurs go to the Championship, right, it'll be the greatest upset for a team to be relegated in the history of the Premier League.
You think?
They'll be the biggest team ever to drop out of top flight.
Bigger than Newcastle, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Do you not think so?
Yeah, of course.
We talk about the Big Six. When was the last time one of the Big Six went down?
Yeah, true.
Let's take calls, Tottenham fans. Who do you want next to stop the rot? 03717 22 33 We'll take calls after this.
legendary retired referee Dermot Gallagher joins us here on the show. How are we, Dermot?
Hi, Majestic. Hi, Al.
Hi, Dermot. Listen, let's just get your thoughts off that straight off the bat. We don't want to ask you no questions. You're the ref. Tell us what you saw.
I have to say, I get what Alan says, and I think lots and lots of people will say, give the goal. It keeps 11 against 11. It keeps everybody happy. But when you look at it, there's no doubt whatsoever Szoboszlai is fouled, and by Haaland fouling him, he will argue that stopped him clearing the ball off the line. But you go back, the only reason Szoboszlai gets that far back is because he actually hauls Haaland back. That's the first foul. So I don't think I think Craig has tried to play advantage because he thinks it'll be a goal.
Definitely, Dermot. He's played advantage,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah, he's played advantage, and bear in mind, Al, that he can always bring that back if it goes wrong. So
but if you go to the second part, right,
Yeah.
where Haaland fouls him,
Mm.
right, but the ball's gone in the net. So why didn't he play advantage there as well?
Well, he can't play an advantage for foul on Szoboszlai, can he? Because if the ball's in the net, the game, it's terminated, isn't it? That moves over. But if you actually look, that ball's not in the net when he pulls Szoboszlai back. And the problem there, Al, is that once
Don't you think he see that, Dermot? Don't you think he see the first incident, right? And he's played on.
Yeah.
He's seen the second incident. He must have seen it. It was fairly obvious. And he still give a goal. That was the on-field decision, wasn't it?
The on-field decision was goal. That's correct. So all I can presume is he hasn't picked up the foul on Szoboszlai.
No, I don't see that. I think what's happened is VAR or the official in the VAR room has picked up the second incident and said to him, "You really need to go and look at that again," because more or less underlining it, saying this is a sending off situation.
Drive and talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein, the ledge, the sneaker freak that is Darren Bent. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to another bumper night of Premier League action across the talkSPORT network. Just quickly, Ireland are now on the brink of elimination from the T20 World Cup as they made it 2 defeats out of 2 after losing to Australia by 67 runs, would you believe? Should we carry on taking calls from disgruntled and angry Spurs fans? I think we should. 03 717 2233 before Darren's a Spurs fan. He's up next. Hi, Darren.
Hi.
How are you? You all right?
I can't believe you're fed up with Spurs at the moment. I go every week home and away, and they're awful.
Go on, you were just about to say, you can't believe and then I cut you off. I
can't believe Benty said Gareth Southgate.
Go on.
What has he done as a Premier League manager? What has he done?
Premier League manager, maybe not great, but I'm talking about what he did for England, 2 finals, United the Nation.
He's the director of football. That's all he is. He's not a manager.
So what do you want? So you want a manager?
I want Harry Redknapp till the end of the season, and then go and get someone who can put these players in their place. Because that's the problem with Spurs. Those players act like they're so entitled, because they won a trophy.
I've got to say, Harry Redknapp is absolutely nuts. I've thought about it.
Yeah, he's
it's
too old.
absolutely insane, Darren.
Over Gareth as well. I'm thinking Gareth's the right man.
Gareth is nowhere near the man. He needs to stay away from management. He's a director of football.
So Gareth's not the right man who's just come out of managing the toughest job in this country, England. But you want Harry Redknapp to come back, who's nearly 80.
Yeah, but he's got passion. To me, he's more passionate. He's a better manager. Gareth hasn't won anything. He got us to finals.
Okay, I get that. But then Pochettino didn't win anything, and you lot are crying for him back. He didn't win anything.
What did Harry win you?
Harry didn't win us anything.
So what? You just said that Gareth hasn't won anything. So what? You're saying about Harry he hasn't won anything, or Pochettino?
Gareth Southgate is not good enough. If we want to really get Spurs back to at least challenging for cups, we need a proper manager.
Mate, listen, you've had Jose, proper manager, didn't do anything. You had Conte, proper manager, didn't do anything.
Jose got us to a final, and the board sacked him.
Okay, but did he win anything though?
Yeah, but he didn't get a chance to.
Okay, Conte
didn't want to be there.
Okay, so, I hear a lot of excuses, but Conte, when he first got there and he got you top four, everyone said he was unbelievable.
It's down to the players, and it's down to the board for not buying proper players. We are buying potential all the time.
Give me a name. Who do you want?
Well, I don't think he'll ever go to Spurs, but I would say Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, go to Spurs.
No, he's not.
So who realistically do you want? We take Sean Dyche.
Realistically, it's Harry Redknapp at the moment.
No, but after that, you don't want him next season, right? Let's say Harry comes in, keeps you up. Who do you want next season?
Well, I don't know, because I don't think there's. I personally don't think we'll stay up. I think we're going down.
Would you take Ange back?
No, I think he's just as bad as Frank.
Would you take Jose back?
Great question.
Yes, I would.
Will you have Glenn Hoddle?
Glenn Hoddle? But the problem Spurs are always going to have is they won't pay the wages, so you don't get the top players. We pay transfer fees.
Hold on. Why would you pay the top wages when you're not a top club?
Yeah, but we have clubs that want to get to a top, to be top, will pay the wages. We pay less than most of the Premier League.
I'm telling you now, honestly, Darren, I'm telling you, Southgate, he's your man.
Southgate's the answer. Let's go to Joe, a Spurs fan. Hello, Joe.
Hi, guys. First time caller. Thanks for having me on.
Our pleasure. Thanks, Joe. What would you like to say?
Thank you for calling.
Well, thanks. First of all, Darren, thanks for what you did at Spurs. I would have liked to see more of you in a Spurs shirt, but I understand it doesn't go that way.
And I enjoyed watching a lot.
Yeah, one of those things, but it doesn't mean you're not a bad striker. You're not a good striker, so thanks for what you did.
Appreciate that, thank you.
I think personally we have to go Harry Redknapp just for the feel-good factor. Wow. I know it's nuts. I know it's nuts because of his age. He will need someone with him. So last
like
time
a nurse.
we were in the situation. Yeah. I mean, I suppose so. That might be an extra person we can get in. Last time we did this, though, we had Ryan Mason. Now, he does not work. It just doesn't happen for him, unfortunately. He's a great guy. He tries, but the quality's not there. What about him with Harry Redknapp? Harry Redknapp is the lead figure.
He won't go back, Ryan Mason. He won't go back. He's done it a few times. There's no point. It's not beneficial for his career.
He's got nothing at the moment, though. And it might give him that pick-me-up that he needs.
I know, but if he goes back, he's only ever going to be looked at as a caretaker manager. You just can't do it. It's just not good for his career.
True. That's true. So then maybe Johnny Heitinger is there at the moment. Maybe he could work with Harry Redknapp, potentially. But then again, it has to be a short-term thing, and we have to look at long-term.
Okay.
No one at the moment of any quality is going to join right now because they don't know where we're going to be in 6 months' time.
Okay, let's take one more. Seb is a Spurs fan. Joins us now. Hello, Seb.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. This is the first time I've ever been on the radio.
Oh, wow. Okay, how's it feel?
It's exciting.
Okay, good. So far, so good.
So far, so good.
What would you like to say, Seb?
I don't think Harry Redknapp's a terrible idea, but I think if we look at previous managers that we've put in this position, I don't know why everyone's overlooking Tim Sherwood.
Yeah, I did think that.
Did you?
Yeah, I did think Tim.
What, just to the end of the season?
Just the end, not obviously, definitely not permanent, but to the end of the season, I think he's got the highest win percentage of any Spurs manager ever, above Conte.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's better than Conte, right?
Well, obviously he's not better than Conte. I don't like Conte, so yes, actually he's better than Conte.
Do you think Spurs fans would be happy with Tim Sherwood?
I don't think they're going to be happy with anyone, really, because there's no one really available at the moment. It's a really bad time to do it.
Do you know what I think? I know I keep going back to Gareth, right? I just think he's done the hardest job there is to do, which is England, because every single person in this country has got an opinion on it, right?
I know, but what does it tell you about everyone's opinion being no, we don't want him?
No, but let him give him an opportunity. He would have that
wrong time for him now.
That England experience, he would have learned so much.
I agree with you, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad fit, but I do now.
So you think you need what less?
You're on a hide into nothing now.
Yeah, but he keeps him up. Then it's like, okay,
and if he doesn't, I mean, imagine taking England to 2 finals and a semi-final,
yeah,
and you take Spurs down.
Yeah, but no one would look at that and go,
oh, they would.
No one would look at that and say, it's his fault. It's what's come before him.
I know, but let's just say I just pick Brighton, right, and they get rid of the manager and they're linked to Gareth Southgate. You have Brighton fans. Why we want him? He took Spurs down. It's forever on his CV.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't hold that against him.
Okay. Still to come, we'll be looking at the bottom of the Premier League. Well, we'll carry on looking at the bottom as the race for survival is starting up. First, it's time for No Googling Part 2. Bournemouth's new star, Ryan, has now registered a goal or assist in his first 3 Premier League appearances. We want to know who's the only other 2 players in Premier League history to do exactly the same. The answer to that and more coming up live on Drive and talkSPORT after this.
Did you think that the Super Bowl would get such a thumping up against the Premier League offering of Liverpool-Manchester City? I thought it would be much, much closer. You're talking about a difference of 500 million.
You are. But you're talking about, I mean, I've had this argument with Brian T. Smith, who comes in here, who I very much like, and makes the case that the Champions League final, I'd say, dwarfs the Super Bowl, and he makes his argument about scale. It makes my argument. Of course it makes my argument. But then you have to look back underneath it and say, this is a worldwide global audience that's watching the Premier League, watching arguably the biggest game in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And you've got multitude of broadcast deals around the world for a global sport. Ostensibly, despite inroads into various countries where you've had the NFL on tour and it's made its way into Germany and it's made its way into Poland and it's made its way into the UK, it's a North American sport. And so I'd be fascinated to see, outside of the North American broadcasting numbers, how many of the 220 million people that watched it were outside of North America.
Yeah.
Because I'm willing to wager you that well, clearly it's obvious because the population of this country is only 70 million, that 90%, 95% of the people that watched the Premier League game between Liverpool and Man City was around the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And when the NFL gets its act together, which it's trying to do, and makes this a global sport, and makes it a participation sport and a viewing sport in all the 4 flung corners of the globe, it'll have numbers that are substantial. And 220 million people watching it, if I'm right in my thinking, 90% of that will be in North America. That's 50% of the population of America, North America, watching a sports contest.
Amen Corner, perhaps the most feared run of holes in golf. Each year it claims the tournament hopes of many, with balls hitting bunkers and water traps aplenty. But why is it so fearsome, and where did it get its name? Just the thoughts of holes 11, 12 and 13 at Augusta National gives the likes of Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth the shivers. McIlroy hit 3 over and Spieth hit 4 over in their final rounds to blow their hopes of a green jacket in 2011 and 2016 respectively. But did you know Amen Corner's name is inspired by a jazz song from 1933? American sports writer Herbert Warren Wint, on the left here, wrote about it in 1958, referencing the song shouted in that Amen Corner when describing the run. Hole 11 is a par 4 over 520 yards with a green guarded by a pond and bunkers to the front edge. 12, perhaps golf's most famous hole, is a par 3 over just 155 yards. The green's guarded by Rays Creek at the front, more bunkers and azalea bushes ready to punish the smallest error. Then there's the 13th that teases the hook shot over the trees. It's a dogleg par 5 over 545 yards that's inviting for big hitters who want to reach the green in 2. If you want to win the Masters, you have to keep your score down around Amen Corner. So who'll be the next to fall victim to golf's most famous and most daunting challenge?
Johnny, I need you to say it loud so everyone can hear.
You're working. You're working? I was just looking at a Neil came in and thought, blimey, you're working? That's a first for today. We've got a Neil who's working on our show, who does colourful radio on Sunday evenings, alongside Luke Henry, who's producing today. I must say that Luke Henry, so far, we're only at half-time, has done a sterling job. And
Neil?
And that's all.
Hey, no, seriously, have you gone on the colourful?
Put it like this, okay? If I need to be constructive and positive, and it can't be any worse.
Jeez.
All right. So,
what about Luke? Out of 10, Luke's flying.
10 out of 10. Yeah. And Neil, listen, it's only with Neil. It's only his work rate and his attitude. That is all. You fix both of them.
Neil, I think you did a great job, mate. Both of you together, 10 out of 10s, bro.
Yeah.
Have you been on the show?
You will be a future producer. Said no one.
Have you been on the show yet?
No, they can't afford me. My fee's way too high.
I want them for free.
You're more for you, mate. No. I've got mouths to feed.
So have I.
I've got trainers to buy.
Go on the boys' show. Come on.
They can't afford me.
Free.
Okay, free. Grand. And I mean, still to come will be.
Shocking, and see, do you know as well? For the people, for everyone listening, this is the real Andy Goldstein.
I'll tell you what I'll do. Because we're friends, I'll halve it. £1,500.
Just going for nothing.
Per hour.
And what are you doing Sunday evenings? Nothing.
Well,
drinking whiskey. That's what you're ever doing, drinking whiskey.
No, do you know what I'll be doing, actually? What? I'll be coming to your house and throwing a brick through the window. That's what I'll be doing this Sunday. Before the debate, ask the question, who's the only other two players, apart from Rayan, in the Premier League history, to do the same, and the same be score or assist in your first three Premier League appearances?
Wazza?
Yes, he's one.
He was like, honestly.
Yeah, I'll give you a clue.
James Milner?
The other player.
James Vaughan.
His first name begins with R, and his surname is Keane.
Yeah, Robbie.
No, Roy.
That's Robbie Keane.
Yeah, it was Robbie Keane.
He was. Do you know what? He's someone people forget about when you talk about great strikers. Keano.
I don't think people do forget about him.
When was the last time you mentioned him about strikers?
I mentioned Robbie Keane today.
Yeah, but the manager's job. But in terms of how he played.
Oh, unbelievable player.
Oh my!
And I thank him for so many months and years keeping you out of the first team.
See, is that what you just said there? And also not going on the boys' show. That's something.
Bentley, yes, boss. You're on the bench.
Yeah. Wasn't even that.
Jermaine, sit next to Bentley.
Yeah, honestly.
But, I mean, if you got Burberry and Robbie Keane...
Incredible. What a partnership.
Yeah, frightening. Right, time now to look ahead to yet another busy night of Premier League football.
17:38.
17:38. A bit early yet, Jack? Yes, this is Judge Premier League preview, where we look ahead to some of the big... Make sure you play it in 60 seconds. Taking place tonight across the talkSPORT network. Let's start with Aston Villa against Brighton. It's on the talkSPORT app, everyone. It's exclusive as well. Aston Villa will look to take advantage of both Chelsea and Manchester United dropping points in the race for Champions League football. Meanwhile, Brighton are now one win of their last 13. What's happened to Brighton, DB?
Yeah, it's not great at all.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, I mean, last season, 8th finish, I thought, wow, what a finish that was for them. But this season, I mean, their form recently has been absolutely atrocious. You look at the game, Palace, I mean, that game there, you don't want to lose. Obviously, the derby. It was an M23 derby. And I thought they had chances in that game there, but they didn't take them. And the fact that they are where they are, I still don't think they're in a relegation battle. I think
I agree with that.
We're putting too much on that. Like, oh my goodness, I know they're 14th, and I know that they're not that many points, but 7 points off of the relegation zone. They will pick up. I mean, it's going to be tough against Villa because Villa are good.
Real tough game.
Real tough game, but I can't see it. And I like Fabian Hertzler. We've spent time with him. Seems like a good guy, good coach. But yeah, they just hit a bit of a rough patch. But I don't see him as
no, he's not under pressure.
I don't think so.
But that's the difference between a Brighton and a Spurs, and a Brentford and a Spurs. When you're Fabian Hertzler and you're at Brighton, it's not. You need to get top 8. You know, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
It's, let's keep moving along. Let's go from 10th to 9th to 8th and see where we're at.
Exactly that. So I've got any worries about Brighton or Albion.
Okay.
They've got good players. They've got players as well. Still got sellable assets as they always do. But I don't think they're in any real danger. They just need to pick their form up.
That game is live on the talkSPORT app exclusively. It's the only place you can hear it if you want to hear it. Aston Villa against Brighton. What will the score be, DB?
3-1 to Villa.
Yeah, I see that. Also, Man City, they host Fulham. That's exclusive to Talk Radio. We've taken over Talk Radio. There's so many games. Man City could be, just 3 points behind Arsenal with a win tonight. You've got Brentford tomorrow, right? Away.
Yeah. Only game. I hate that. I'd like the last 2 weeks.
Of course.
Arsenal be 3 o'clock kickoff. No one can watch it.
No,
I watched it, but yeah.
How'd you watch it? You got that dodgy stick?
No, I ain't. I got Premier League password. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I told you that before.
17:38.
What was that?
I don't know. Wait, was that in our ears? Was that in our ear? Yeah. That's Jack. Did a little edit, like an alarm clock, and 17:38. Just to let you know, it's 17:39. So you can't even get that right, Jack. Win for Fulham could see them climb into the Premier League top 10. Listen, Man City at the moment, right? For some reason, you just can't shake them off.
Yeah.
What is it about this Man City side?
They're a good team. They've won 4 out of their last 5, and they're unbeaten in 5 in all comps. Won 4 of those. So, and the only one they didn't win, they should have won because they were 2-0 against Spurs.
Yeah.
You just can't write them up. I don't care what anyone says. I know maybe they're not as consistent as they have been, but when you look at the team that they've assembled, and I thought last weekend would have been the weekend where I'd sit a little bit more comfortably and say, right, 9 points. It's a big ask to come back from that. But they went to Anfield and won, right? When you've got Haaland in your team, Semenyo's been one of the best players this season. Bernardo Silva, he's been brilliant for so long. Rodri's trying to get back. They've got Gahey. They've probably got the best goalkeeper on the planet, who obviously showed that with that save at the end.
Unbelievable.
You can't just write them off.
If you're obviously confident about winning it. If they win tonight and you lose against Brentford, or even drop points, is it 100% game on?
Yeah, of course. It's only 4 points.
It'll be 3 if you lose.
Yeah, if we lose, yeah. It'll be 4.
And you've got to play them at their gaff?
At their gaff. So, of course, I will never ever...
When is that? April?
I think so, yeah. I will never ever write them off, Manchester City, ever. I don't care what people say about, it's not their time. They've got good enough players that in any moment, and also, not only that, they've got people in their team that have been there before and won big trophies.
That makes a difference.
Huge difference.
Okay, explain. I hear that. Explain to me why. So if you're in the dressing room, you, DB, and you're in a team like Arsenal, and you look around, and I know there are players that have Zinchenko still at the club.
No, he's gone.
But Jesus is still at the club. Right, so you've got players in your dressing room that have... Did Havertz win at Chelsea, did he?
No, he won the Champions League. Scored the winner in the final.
Okay, so you've got winners around you that know what it's like, but the majority of your teammates don't. Or you're sat in a dressing room with winners that have been there with that badge on it. Why is that so different?
Just the information they give you, how calm they are in the situation, how they prepare for things. Like there'll be no panic. Like, do you know if you play for a side that hasn't won anything, and you're going into a crunch time where it's like, okay, we need to win. Maybe the dressing room's a little bit apprehensive. Everyone's a little bit on edge. Whereas you go into a dressing room where they're full of winners and people that have been there before, everyone's just calm. They just take each game like it's a normal game. And I think that's the biggest thing you can say about Man City is that even though they've been inconsistent, I don't look at them as panicking. They're still just like, okay, take each game as it comes, where we've seen Arsenal, where they're chasing, panic. Last 3 years, when it's crunch time, panic, can't get a result. Whereas Man City just go, because I think, and I don't know what other Arsenal fans think. I think if it had been the other way around and Arsenal were playing Liverpool at the weekend, I'm not sure Arsenal win that. Not in the manner that Man City won it.
Yeah.
So I just think it's that calming influence and how they prepare and the information given.
That game live on Talk Radio, as I mentioned, Man City against Fulham. DB, what the score be?
I think Man City will win that. I think 2-0.
They need to, right?
Yeah,
I agree with you. Let's talk about, where should we go? Yeah, the Beach Ball derby returns.
Threatening here from Sunderland, who'll fall for Bent. It is off the balloon.
It's not a balloon.
So controversial.
Okay, don't play the whole match. Sunderland hosts Liverpool in a talkSPORT exclusive. If Sunderland get a result here, we have to talk in more detail about Regis Labrie. He must, I don't want to say in contention for Premier League Manager of the season, because there's other players. Keith Andrews will be in it, and if you win the league, Arteta, of course.
Apologise,
Keith Andrews, wonderful manager. But what a job he has done there, Regis Labrie, since he's not only come in but taken them up to the Premier League.
What 2 years he's had?
Yeah,
I'm telling you now, he probably in his wildest dreams wouldn't have thought the 2 years that he'd have at Sunderland in this country would result in getting promoted out of what we perceive as the hardest league in the world to get out of, the Championship, and then to keep Sunderland in the division when the last few years, all 3 teams coming up out of the Championship have gone straight back down. He probably couldn't have envisioned that, but fair play to him. He's got them playing some good stuff. He coped really well when the AFCON was on, where they lost more players than anyone, and he still kept them competitive. I know they haven't won many games recently. Getting beat by Arsenal, no disrespect in that. They beat Burnley, got beat by West Ham, beat Palace, and there's been a few draws and one loss to Burnley in there. They're still being competitive and they're still doing well. So, and their home form is what's key. I think the fact that they've not lost the game at home and they're still picking up points as regularly as they are, that's what's giving them a massive.
I picked Sunderland yesterday when we did clutching at scores. I picked Sunderland to win this game. If they do win it, another defeat for Liverpool. You got the league table there?
Yeah.
Where are they at the moment with regards to the top 5?
So Sunderland are 11th on 36 points.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, Chelsea are currently 5th on 44.
Yeah, and where are Liverpool? 6 on what?
On 39.
So they're already 5 points off?
Yeah. No, they are currently 3 points off Liverpool. Sunderland are.
No.
Off the top 5.
Liverpool are 5 points off Chelsea?
Yes.
Okay, so if they lose this, even more pressure.
Yeah, but
if they don't get...
if Sunderland win and they go up to 6th, 7th, oh my word.
6, 7.
Yeah.
If Liverpool lose this and eventually end the season without Champions League football...
Slot's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, I think so. Liverpool Football Club have to be in the Champions League. They have to, for what they've been doing the last few seasons, to like the champions last year, to resort to this.
I just don't know.
Would you be stunned though if they win the Champions League?
I would never be stunned if Liverpool win the Champions League.
Yeah, because they've got this weird obsession with that competition.
Yeah. So if they win the Champions League and they finish 7th,
he's not going nowhere.
No.
Because he'll be like, hold on, 2 years in charge.
Oh, no,
I've won the league and the Champions League. What more do you want?
It's a little bit nuts. What would the score be? Sunderland v Liverpool?
I think Liverpool win 2-1.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Okay. That one is live and exclusive here on talkSPORT. And just finally, we can finish with Burnley's trip to Crystal Palace. There you go. No, I can't. That's rude. What do you think the score will be in that one? We've only got a minute left.
I think Palace will win that. I think they'll build on that win against Brighton. When they play Burnley, and you look at Burnley, I mean, it's tough, real tough for them. For that win, got beat by West Ham at home last game. I just think Palace will win this.
Okay. A reminder, you can listen to every one of those games somehow on the talkSPORT network. My advice is download the talkSPORT app. It's free, and then you can swipe between all the games so you never miss a moment. And, of course, the boys on the Sports Bar will be taking your calls. I was going to say about 10:15, but last night it finished, what, 10:20, 10:25, the West Ham, mate? I mean, it's nuts now. It's going so late.
So late.
But either way, when that final whistle has been blown, the boys on the Sports Bar will take your calls. When we come back, the best bits of talkSPORT, and there's lots of them.
Big statement here, but I think that might just be the worst refereeing or VAR decision we've ever had.
No, it's not.
It's not.
How can you say it's a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity when Man City scored?
Because Haaland dragged down Slobosai.
Yeah, but Szoboszlai dragged Haaland.
Yeah.
Haaland dragged Szoboszlai, which is something we see all the time.
No, you don't. Not like that. Not two separate incidences.
So, okay, so you give one.
Yeah.
But then you've also got to give the other because there was two incidents. So then how can you give both?
So he played advantage, and then Haaland's in the advantage. He does foul Szoboszlai. You mean you can't get away from it?
It's the decision is right. It's the right call. And
it's not. Listen, by the laws of the game, it's the right call.
Yeah, it's the right call.
And that's why you can't say it's the worst decision ever.
No, it's definitely not. That's
because
just
the
rubbish.
referee, by the letter of the law, gets the decision right, in terms of the laws of the game. Do I agree with it? No, I think it's ridiculous. I think there needs to be some sort of common sense law brought into the game where that you just let go, right? You just let that slide. You just let it go.
Two fouls don't mean a right.
No, I know, but
you can't have. No, I know, but you can't have Slobosai dragging Haaland back. By the way, Haaland should score, and then you can't have Haaland dragging back Slobosai.
Yeah.
If you remember, right, if you look back at it, Slobosai's looking for the free kick. He's gone to the referee on his knees like that.
Yeah.
As if to say, "Where's the free kick?"
Well, Matt Driver took sport to Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Still to come, we'll have team news from all of the 7:30 kickoffs in the Premier League tonight. England will face New Zealand and Costa Rica on the eve of the FIFA World Cup. Thomas Tuchel's side will take on New Zealand on Saturday, 6th of June, before facing Costa Rica on the 10th of June. England will be based in Kansas City, Missouri, for the duration of the tournament. England's final fixtures on home soil before then will be next month with Uruguay on Friday the 27th of March and Japan on the 31st of March. Set to visit Wembley Stadium. And bizarrely, for both of those matches, 27th and 31st, you still might not have had a haircut.
I know, yeah, bizarre, right?
Are you worried about it yet?
No, because I'll get...
I know, but it's starting to, like, yesterday in the lift, you were looking at your hair going, this is your fault.
Yeah, no, but no, once I get it lined up, I'll be fine.
Yeah? When you have in the lineup?
Don't know, really. Probably this weekend at some point.
All right.
Brilliant.
You've got at least 10 days before the next haircut.
I know.
At least. Right, time now for this. Time for the best of talkSPORT and Friends, where we run you through some of the recent highlights. You know the drill. Let's kick things off with this morning's breakfast show. Super Ali McCoy was alongside Gabby Agbonlahor, the substitute, and they were talking about hair.
I've never had hair. He's on board.
Never ever had hair.
Since I was born, Annie.
Not even just one little hair, no, just sprouted out the top, Homer Simpson style, no.
Never.
My Chris Waddle-like mullet was a disgrace back in the 80s. I just this big, massive watermelon as a head. It's terrible.
It's not too bad, Annie. Not too bad.
So you've never been inspired to get the R9?
No,
Horrendous.
how bad was
bad
that?
was that?
If you weren't able to cut your hair for a whole year, how would you look?
Well, it depends if I can get a shape up or not.
It was still going to be high, man, and wide.
I don't mind if it's high. Or
Well, a
wide.
beard, look how big the beard will be. It's big now.
Yeah, I like it, man. I've been putting a few bit of product in there. Oh,
Goldstein's golden hair paste.
absolutely not.
Who's someone that talks about you'd love to see shave their head apart from me?
Nah, it has to be you.
Apart from
do
how
you know
bad
what?
it is.
No, because you love your hair so much. I'd love to see you with no
You'd
hair.
grow back in an hour. It'd be like Golden Gate Bridge. You know, when you paint it and you get to the end and you got to paint it again. You start shaving this side and before there, it's growing.
Yeah, no, you.
You don't want that. Who talkSPORT was the biggest heartthrob back in the excuse me, back in the day? How you doing, everyone? Hey,
Who do I think?
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Who talks about?
How you doing?
Listen, if you get the magnet as your nickname, then
But the Smurf.
yeah, magnet.
Can I just say now? I was an ugly, spotty little kid when I was young. But there's a little message out there for kids. Now look, ugly duckling, golden goose.
How
Gabby.
does the Kama Sutra affect your goal?
Yeah. You know when I said less is more sometimes, Jack? Prime example. The substitute, Gabby Hall, will be back when the breakfast show returns at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning alongside Big Alan Brazil.
Over to last night's sports bar with Spurs lost to Newcastle, leaving them just 3 points above the relegation zone. Cundy has some kind words for his good mate O'Hara.
By the way, talkSPORT 2 have got an EFL programme, and I've just had a message from management. They might want you to go on there. It's every Monday. What are you doing Mondays?
I can't. I'll be out of a job.
Hey,
If
well-
Spurs go down, what am I going to talk about?
talkSPORT 2 is good, mate.
It's a good show.
If O'Hara presented an EFL show, what would they call it?
I mean, how am I meant to come up with that name? I've no idea. Jamie O'Hara's EFL show on talkSPORT 2.
Yeah, okay. Who's the worst person to be around when you're in a bad mood?
Well, for me, I'm never in a bad mood, so that question doesn't exist.
Okay, fair enough. How do you think O'Hara feels about Love Undercover being added to Netflix? Is that on now, Netflix?
When's that? Is it on Netflix now? Because I can watch it on the way home. Love Undercover.
Yeah.
You must. What did you say, Jack? Say it again in my ear. It's on now. You must have a little audio clip of that.
I need to hear it.
I present the greatest show on the radio, and I'm the biggest football star in the world.
Yeah.
Is that on Netflix now? Love Undercover, Jamie O'Hara. It's on there now.
I'm watching that.
I'm watching that on the way home because there'll be so many little grabs that we've not used.
Well, Jack is a master at grabbing little sound bites.
Yeah.
He would grab loads of them.
That's your line. No, go on.
Bar
Say it.
return at 10:15 tonight following a massive night of Premier League action. And for more EFL content, there is a talkSPORT.2 to catch the EFL Fan Network every Thursday at 5 p.m. and EFL All Access every Monday at 6.
Yeah, and download 21 minutes.
No,
ago.
don't.
Best podcast. By the way, everyone that downloads it today, they get given £1 billion. Legally, they don't. And of course, earlier this morning, news broke that Tottenham had parted ways with Thomas Frank. So here's one of the lighter moments, talking with talkSPORT's Ian the Moose Abrahams.
How are we? All good?
Surviving.
Surviving?
I got a bad back.
That's got a bad back. You need to go in the gym, you know.
Gym?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. If you need to get the gym sorted, you need to go in the gym, mate. Unfortunately, it cannot only be treatment and nice massage and all that. With no disrespect, I'll say the same to my mom. She needs to go out walking every single day because she is not fit enough. Sorry.
Gee, Thomas Frank, man. Ruthless.
Oh, you can't say that anymore. What's the most important piece of advice you've got for losing weight?
Stop eating.
Yeah, I mean, that is...
My dad just
It is maths, right?
Yeah, my dad just said stop putting food in your mouth.
Yeah. Or drinking. A lot of calories in booze. If you give the Moose one piece of life advice, what would it be?
Keep going, Moose. Legend.
You just said stop eating to other people.
Yeah, but for Moose, just keep being Moose.
Keep being Moose.
Keep being the Moose, man.
We know Thomas Frank is a massive paddle player.
Do we?
Didn't know that. Do you think you could beat him?
Yeah, 100%. I might try and get a game involved, Thomas. With old TF.
If you and I played paddle, me v you, on a normal size court, you beat me.
Yeah.
Right?
No, we mean you play cross court.
No. Me v you on one paddle court. Like tennis singles, but
Okay,
on
all right.
How many Goldsteins genuinely do you think need to be on the court opposite you to beat you?
Probably 3.
Not 2.
No. Because you're quite slow.
So arrogant.
No, because you're quite slow.
You're so rude.
Yeah,
now.
no power, no nothing.
Honestly, if the weight of your self-indulgence would sink the Titanic... No, I can't do it. The Moose will be back reporting for talkSPORT tonight as Charlton take on Stoke City.
Go on the Charlton, the
Meanwhile,
addicts.
you can check out 21 Minutes to Go.
Don't bother.
By the way, this week on 21 Minutes to Go, Tom Cruise and David Beckham and Barack Obama, they're all on it.
Why have we from Barack in there?
What?
Why have Barack in there?
Just telling you who's on it this week. All right, how good's that? And last week we had Denzel Washington and Julia Roberts on the podcast. They're still available to download. All these
Don't do it.
Superstars are on it as well. And Yoda. 21 minutes ago. When we come back, we'll be looking ahead to a busy night on the talkSPORT network. A reminder, of course, there's lots of football happening tonight. Villa against Brighton, Palace against Burnley, Forest against Wolves, and City against Fulham, all 7:30 kickoffs. Team news for those four when we come back.
I'm not an ad salesman.
Okay.
I'm actually a famous soccer player in England.
Oh.
And I got a huge radio show.
Oh.
I didn't want to lie to you, but we had to because I've come here for a reason to find love with someone that doesn't know who I am.
I don't see. I look at Arsenal and I've watched all the games because I'm waiting for them to slip up, and they can just change it. They can bring 5 players off the bench who should have started, and I think it's look. As much as none of us want Arsenal to win it, we just have to accept that it's their year, and they've been building it for 5 years, and it's their time. Yeah. And it's not because I think Arsenal are particularly great. That this Arsenal side won't go down as a great Premier League team. They won't even be in the top 10. Right, it's because the chasing pack are not good enough. You know, Chelsea are not ready. Liverpool, and what's happened to them? City, I'm amazed we're second. If I'm being honest.
Just going back to, you mentioned the Carabao Cup final. Is that round about the 11th or 12th? That final is before you play them at the Etihad, right? In the league.
Well, look, this is the dream scenario. Is we beat Fulham on Wednesday and we get it to 3 points, and somehow Arsenal slip up. And then we're 3 points behind them when we get to Wembley and we beat them.
Yeah.
Now, if that happens, right, that throws a grenade into it all, and it energises City, and Arsenal fans will start panicking. But I got to say, I just do not see Arsenal dropping points. They never, they had their back four out for a month and never conceded a shot. Now,
the only thing
listen, no, but I've seen championship winning teams, right, at City. I've seen all 8 of them, whatever it is we've won. This isn't one. This is not one.
Life after football. For a lot of players, it means going into punditry. Some turn to coaching or working in the game in other ways. But what about the rest? Some former footballers turn their sights away from the game, and there are a few big surprises. First up, from rainbow flicks to pancake flips. Ex-Chelsea and Southampton defender Ken Monku switched up his footballing career to buy a Dutch pancake house. He bought out the shop, which had been his favourite pancake spot as a child, and before long he was mixing the batter and getting behind the stove. Next, Everton legend Thomas Gravesen swapped out the high stakes of the Premier League for those of the poker room. He made over 150 appearances for the Toffees and won the Scottish Premier League with Celtic. Turned out the Danish international was pretty darn good at poker. He racked up a reported £100 million from his Las Vegas adventures. Remember former Chelsea goalkeeper Petr Cech? Turns out football nets weren't the only goals he was pretty handy in front of. After retirement, he became a goaltender in ice hockey. Same skills, very different surface. And he even won a Division 2 title with Guildford Phoenix. For ex-Liverpool centre-back Daniel Agger, it wasn't just fancy footwork that was in his blood. He was also pretty good with his hands. The Denmark international turned to tattoo artistry after he hung up his boots. He'd qualified as a skin artist while at Anfield, and he then became the co-owner of his own tattoo company as well. It's not all glamour for ex-pros, though. 1966 World Cup winner Ray Wilson set up a very different kind of business. He became an undertaker after he retired. Finally, not many people can say they've won both a World Cup and starred in an Oscar-winning film. In fact, there's only one person in the entire world who can say that. Frank Leboeuf, the former Chelsea defender, was part of the 1998 France squad who won the World Cup. He ended up marking Brazil's Ronaldo in the final and helped his side to a 3-0 win. But Leboeuf had already begun acting on the side while he was playing football, and his biggest role came some years after his retirement when he landed the part of a doctor in the Stephen Hawking biopic The Theory of Everything.
I embrace the career of acting, so I want to learn more. So seeing lots of movies is a part of my job.
To be honest, with all the dramatic diving in the game these days, there's probably tons of ex-pros who've got the acting skills to make it in Hollywood.
Welcome back to the last hour of Drama talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, and a man who's never won an award, Darren Bent.
I can't be a
Famous soccer player in England.
No, seriously.
I don't know what Jack's doing there.
What that was.
I don't know what you've done there, Jack.
I've won awards.
Have you? What you won?
I'll send you a few of the electric balls in the house. I'll show you.
You've already got one.
The Premier League.
Yeah.
Okay, got European one.
What?
European one.
Who's that against?
For Tottenham in the Europa League.
Who's that against?
I can't remember they're called.
Brilliant.
I've got one for Ipswich.
Yeah, these are balls. These aren't awards.
Okay, I've got a couple of man of the matches. I've got player of the month. You want one of them?
Well, you're meant to bring them in and put them on a desk.
That's a weird one.
You need to put your nuts on the desk. The awards for it. That's what I'm saying. Still to come, talkSPORT Go. Adrian Darren will be joining us from the Stadium of Light as Sunderland smash Liverpool. But that's not the only bit of Premier League football tonight as we prepare for another huge evening of unmissable action across the talkSPORT network.
Who doesn't love a round of midweek Premier League games? Watkins turning and shooting brilliantly. Edge of the area, thumping it in.
Each match, this week, this month, are very, very important.
Welbeck with the header, 1-1. Jumping is like Kwa with the flick. Saar hits it in for 3.
I love my team, I love Crystal Palace, I love the fans.
And Burnley are back on level terms. Left-footed shot is in. That's the one he wanted. Erling Haaland, left-footed.
What I'm saying is what you have to do to beat Fulham. What you have to do better, because if we don't improve that, we will not win.
Wilson controls it. Right-footed poke into the corner. And Fulham lead again. Morgan gives White faced up by the goalkeeper. He chips it into the far corner. And Nottingham Forest are back in the game. Bellegarde has steered it in. Wolves have finally scored. Sunderland bring it forward here. Right-footed effort from Talby. Back into the path of Florian Wirtz, and he pokes it into Agadike. And he nabs it through the legs of Nick Pope, and there's the equaliser for Liverpool.
If we don't have Champions League football, it's definitely not been an acceptable season.
Yeah, the relegation battle takes centre stage as Forest. They are, just one of the teams desperate for 3 points tonight. They sit 2 points above the drop zone as Sean Dyche comes under even more pressure. West Ham, of course, secured a point at home to Manchester United last night. Leeds are now just 2 defeats in their 13 Premier League matches after a brilliant turnaround under Daniel Farke. Just 10 points separate 12th and 18th in the Premier League. So we're asking in the last hour of our show which team should be most worried about dropping out of the Premier League. I suppose we'll start with the obvious question. Who's your bottom three? Come, May.
Wolves, Burnley, and then this
is
where it starts to get really.
Okay, tell me the teams that are involved in the conversation.
West Ham, Forest, Tottenham, Leeds.
4 teams.
Yep.
Okay.
I know Brighton are only 1 point above Leeds, but I just think Brighton will be okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with you. Out of the teams you've made, the 4 teams you've named, who do you think has got the best squad? Not when everyone's fit, because not everyone is. Who do you think has got the best squad to deal with the pressures of a relegation battle?
Oh, my goodness. I mean,
talk me through each one.
What? I can't say if all their squads fit.
No, because it's where they are at the moment, right?
So right now.
Yeah. What do you make of West Ham squad?
I mean, I think they've got players that have now come to the fore and have started now to play football, play some good stuff. So they've got a good squad. And they look like everyone's now pulling the same direction as Nuno. So
yeah,
that helps. I look at Forest have got a really good squad, but for whatever reason, the message from Sean Dyche to the players at the minute isn't quite potentially where it should be. Obviously, the 3-1 defeat to Leeds was quite damning. But saying that off the back of 3 quite good results, beating Brentford, winning in Europe, drawing with Palace. And then again, I can't help but go to the Tottenham and just think they've got players that are there that are decent. Do you know what I mean? They've got internationals in their squad. They've got World Cup winners in their squad.
I just don't know with Tottenham if the players want the fight. I look at West Ham and I just feel that they're more...
No,
I don't know.
I'm glad Tottenham have got the best squad. Come on. I mean...
What, players available?
Even if available. So
you look at, West Ham, right?
Yeah.
Jared Bowen knows great. Somerville seems to be...
Okay.
Fine. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, but go Karen.
I'm just saying there aren't any... Name Tottenham players that are in form.
No, but my point is they've got... Okay, I don't trust...
No, but that's important. That's key.
They've got Spence. Decent.
Okay, he ain't going to score your goals.
No, but he's decent. Van der Ven and Romero.
Ain't gonna, well, okay, they are going to score your goals.
Decent. They've got... I mean, if I go their team last...
You haven't named anyone up top. You haven't named anyone that's not a defender.
Solanke.
Okay, I'll give you that. Coming back from injury.
Javi Simmons is all right.
Don't score.
I mean, but he could play for the rest. Down there.
Don't score.
Conor Gallagher.
He's not there to score goals.
No, but these are good players that will help them.
Although he scored some absolute bangers for Palace.
Yeah,
Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, bangers. So I understand what you're saying, but I do think in squad.
Okay, who's got more of a goal threat, West Ham or Tottenham?
Well, yeah, Tottenham. I mean, West Ham have got Somerville now and Bowen.
That's what I said.
Okay, that's 2, but then.
Okay, talking about Forest, who'd you say Leeds as well?
Leeds are in there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Leeds have got Calvert-Lewin, so I think he will score enough goals to help them. I feel quite harsh putting Leeds in there, and I don't really want to, because I think, but obviously where they are in the points table, but they've got good players. I like Aronson. I think he's a really good player. We've spoke about Calvert-Lewin. I like Nemecha as well. So I think Leeds are going to be okay. And it's not only a big season, I don't think, just for Leeds as a football club, but I do think Daniel Farker as well, because
under pressure, by the way.
Yeah, he's under. He is.
No, was more.
There were phone calls I remember when Leeds got promoted, and they were saying, "Thanks, Daniel Farker, for taking us up. Should we get someone else in?"
Yeah,
remember that
before the season started.
Before the season started,
yeah, I do remember that.
So it's even for him to prove to himself, can I keep a team in the Premier League? Because that's big for him, because he's always done well getting teams out Leeds and Norwich, but it's can he get a team up to the Premier League and then stay there?
Do you think if he does survive this season, they will keep him for next? Or do you think, you don't think the Leeds ball will go, we survived that, let's get...
No, I think he's earned the right to a little bit more investment as well, bringing 1 or 2 more players in.
Yeah.
I think he would have done a good job.
Sean Dyche, what's going on there?
I mean, it's Forest's squad. I like some of the players in Forest's squad, but I just don't know maybe if the football is suited to the way that he wants to play. I mean, you go through their squad, and they've got people like Hudson-Odoi, good player. Morgan Gibbs-White, good player. Elliot Anderson, I mean, people were talking about him.
He'll be gone.
People talking about him being the potential starter for England in the World Cup. So they've got good players. I like Milinkovic. I liked Morello, the 2 centre-halves. Ola Aina, good player. I think they've got a number of players. They've got Ortega, who was at City, goalkeeper. I think they've got players in their team that are good footballing players, not in the Forest. And I'm not quite sure that the way Sean Dyche has set them up is getting the best out of some of these players.
We don't know the answer to Tottenham because they haven't got one yet. Who do you think is the best manager equipped to make sure his team don't go down?
Well, I mean, down at the bottom, the best manager would probably be...
Nuno.
Dyche, because Dyche has done it before.
Yeah.
But... It's a tough one when you're down there. I mean, Nuno, good manager, but he's almost starting.
Who would you? Okay, out of all the managers, so you've got Sean Dyche, Nuno, and
Farker.
What?
Danny
you don't Farker. Yeah. Who would you like if your club was down there?
Nuno.
You like Nuno?
Yeah, I just think the football.
I agree with that.
I like him. Yeah.
Which club loses the best player if they go down?
You're asking me some. Are you going to answer any questions or what?
Well, I'm asking it so people listening.
Well, I mean, the best player probably if they go down would be Jared Bowen.
It would be him, yeah.
Yeah.
Not Van der Ven?
Yeah, potentially Van der Ven decent. No, I'm going to go Bowen.
That'd be the biggest.
I think Bowen for Bowen consistency over the amount of time he's been at West Ham. I think you have to commend him. 14 goals last season, 20 the year before that, 13 the year before that, 18 the year before that.
Yeah.
I think he'd be the best player.
Usually 36 points is enough, would you say, to stay up?
36?
Yeah.
I think it might be a bit more.
No, that's what I'm saying, usually.
Yeah, I think it might be a bit more.
What's the magic number, do you think, DB?
38 maybe?
38 keeps you up.
Gibbs White would be a good player, actually. He might be the best.
Yeah. Oh, the best?
I think the...
Hold on, what about, what's his name? The
When you just throw names at me now.
Morgan.
Morgan Gibbs White?
No, Morgan Rogers.
He's at Villa.
No, not... Sorry. Who's the player that Forest have got the...
Gibbs White. Morgan Gibbs White.
No. I'm thinking that Elliot Anderson. Sorry.
Yeah, so
See, he might be the best player.
I think there's... So you got... I think the Bowen, Van der Ven.
Hold on.
Elliot
Bowen.
Anderson.
Yeah, I think it might be Elliot Anderson.
Elliot Anderson. Who else is down there? You could say...
You mentioned Van der Ven.
I mean, Leeds...
Kulusevski. Forgot about him.
Kulusevski.
He might be top of that list.
But you said we can't use players now because he's...
No, but I'm talking about they'll lose these players if they go down.
There's loads of them to just say the best, but...
Yeah, okay. Right, give me...
No, you give me some...
No, last question, because we're going into the break with this. Who's going down?
I'll answer that when we come back.
No, answer it now.
No, I can't come back.
No, because I want people to call up on the back
will answer it.
No, it's not how it works. I want you to give your answer.
I need to think about it.
Right, do you understand how phoning works?
Yeah.
So you start and then people vote, Benny, all nice.
Yeah, just give me 20 seconds, and when we come back...
I'll wait 20 seconds now.
No, when we come back.
No, but I need, so I can go, right, Benny thinks X are going down.
I'm not sure yet, I need to think about it. So Benny will give you your answer when he comes back for the first 20 seconds.
You've had all day to get to 6:15. You ever got your answer?
No.
Okay, right now, before you think, you might change your mind. Before you think.
Can't think.
Who's going down?
Can't think.
Come on.
Forest
are going down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you think?
I'll tell you when we come.
No, you're not. No, who do you think?
I think Tottenham will go down.
I find that bizarre.
I find that insane. I find that absolutely insane. I can't see where the next win is coming. And out of all the clubs I've talked about, they're the ones with the least momentum. They don't have a manager. They've got Arsenal next. Just can't see it.
So you think Spurs, Burnley and Wolves?
Put it like this. If Spurs go down, the minute it's confirmed, I will still say, I can't believe they're down. I can't comprehend that Tottenham Hotspur won't be in the Premier League.
I know.
But the way things are going, I just can't see how they're going to get out of it. They've got no manager. The players don't want to play for the club. They've got horrible fixtures coming up. I can't see their next win till the end of April. I just can't.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
03717 22 33 the three clubs going down are who?
My view of punditry is when I listen to a pundit, whoever that pundit might be, whatever they may be, whether it's male, female, black, white, yellow, green, it's do I learn something from them? Do they engage me? Do I find them interesting and entertaining? And do they merit my attention? And that's my response to the reasons why I was saying the things I said.
He's sitting right beside you. Yeah, it's an opinion, isn't it? Which
Indeed.
we're all entitled to. I put value on opinions. Right, you have to, because there's
Depends where they come from, right?
Everybody has them, right? So I'm not going to listen to a mob on X who've never never, ever, ever put themselves in any situation to do anything close to what I've done in my career. I listen to the professionals, right? I listen to the people who've hired me for the last 11 years around the world, the biggest broadcasters in the world. By default, if I'm working with the people who are considered the brilliant broadcasters, then if I'm in the same team as them, next to them, then by default, I'm considered also a brilliant broadcaster. So I take everything you're saying, but the reality is I've been good enough for 11 years, right? And as I said, I'm the person that will go and seek out feedback for someone to go, I think you're struggling. It's never happened.
See, the language that you use, Annie, is, to me, it's steeped in a sense of entitlement. I mean, the sheer weight of the entitlement that you seem to believe that you have would resink the Titanic. I think you've been quite fortuitous. I think because of initiatives like DEI, they've allowed people to be put into positions in the men's game that I don't think they've merited. And now that sort of seeds an attitude that you become a stalwart in the women's game.
Smell it, not I can want some.
Weird that we get smells of food every so often in here, isn't it? I don't know what that is to do with. Anyway, do you want some popcorn? It's Drive and talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein, the legend is Darren Bent. Talking to legends. We're joined by the GOAT, Adrian Durham, from the Stadium and ahead of live and exclusive commentary of Sunderland against Liverpool a bit later on. Now, though, back to the phone lines in a sec, but let's get team news from the 7:30 matches. Starting with a huge game at the City Ground between Forest and Wolves. I see. Okay, fine. Very confusing. Ian Dante is watching that one for talkSPORT.
Yeah, there are 3 changes for Nottingham Forest here, Andy. Nico Williams is back to play at right back. Zach Abbott drops out. Also, Amari Hutchinson is recalled at the expense of Dominguez. And Lorenzo Luca, who scored the consolation at Leeds on Friday night, he gets a start for Forest. As for Wolves, they make 2 changes. Krejci comes in the back for Doherty, and Rodrigo Gomez plays, so that's going to be a nightmare for me. 3 Gomez out there playing for Wolves tonight, and Joao Gomez, Angel Gomez and Rodrigo Gomez. Those are the 2 changes they made from the 3-1 home defeat to Leicester City. At the City Ground, live on talkSPORT 2 at 7:30, it's Nottingham Forest against Wolverhampton Wanderers.
That's just quickly, surely it's easier with more Gomez's, right? You can't. I mean, you're less likely to get it wrong. Gomez to Gomez.
Well, yeah, but you've got to say which Gomez, so you've got to keep saying a Christian name. Yeah. Well, you know, you're painting the picture.
Yeah. Just go Gomez, it's easier.
Okay, I'll take that advice on board.
Okay. Dan's top work as always. Thank you for that. Right, on the talkSPORT at Man City, they're playing Fulham. Mark Wilson has all the team news ahead of that one. Willow, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, boys. Manchester City, 6 points behind leaders Arsenal. They've won 19 in a row against Fulham. They make 2 changes from the side that won at Anfield at the weekend. Kuzanov and Mamouche drop out as Ruben Diaz and Phil Foden come in. So it's Donnarumma in goal, Nunez, Diaz, Guehi and Aït-Nouri at the back. Rodri holding behind Silva and O'Reilly with Semenyo and Foden either side of Erling Haaland. Fulham, well, we mentioned it, their record here is awful. They too make 2 changes from their loss to Everton. Castagna and Cuenca drop out as Tete and Bassi come in. It's Leno in in goal. Tete, Anderson, Bassi and Sessegnon at the back. Iwobi and Berger holding. Wilson, Smith-Rowe and Chukwueze behind Raul Jimenez, who leads the line. We're live on Talk Radio. 7:30 kickoff. The great Mickey Gray alongside us for Manchester City against Fulham.
Good work. Thanks, Willow, for that. Right, Villa, they're up against Brighton at Villa Park. It's a big old game for both sides. Adam Bridge can tell us more. Bridgie?
It is, yes. 2 changes for Villa tonight. Matty Cash is out injured with a hamstring problem. Luca Digne, if you saw how he defended the Bournemouth goal at the weekend, you'll understand why he's dropped down to the bench tonight. Martson and Bogard come in. So Martinez in goal. It's Bogard, Konsa, Mings and Martson across the back. Onana and Luis in central midfield with Sancho, Rodgers and Buendia supporting Ollie Watkins, who's got a fantastic record when he plays against Brighton. As for Brighton, they're perilously close to the bottom 3. 5 changes for them tonight. Boskagli, De Kuyper, Ruter, Kostulas and Howell are out. Van Hecke, Veltman, Hinshelwood, Gomez and Welbeck come in. So it's Verbruggen in goal. A back 4 of Kadioglu, Dunk, Van Hecke and Veltman. Central midfield is Gross and Baliba alongside Hinshelwood with Gomez and Matoma providing the support to Welbeck, who's up top. The game's live on the talkSPORT app from 7:30. It's Villa against Brighton.
And finally, Palace, they're facing Burnley. Let's get all the details as we say hello and good evening to the Crookie monster himself, Alex Crook.
Very good evening. Crystal Palace seeking back-to-back wins for the first time since December. They make 2 changes from their weekend triumph at arch-rivals Brighton. Evan Gessam makes his full debut after signing from Aston Villa during the winter transfer window. Daichi Kamada also comes in for his 50th Premier League appearance. Hughes and Pino are the players who make way. So Palace go with Henderson in goal, to back 3 of Lerma, Lacroix and Richards, Munoz, Walton, Kamada and Mitchell across midfield, with Sarr and Gesson behind. Another new boy, Jorgen Strand-Larsen in attack. As for Burnley, well, they're bidding to avoid equalling a club record run of 17 league matches without a win. They also make 2 changes. Joe Worrell and Josh Laurent come in. Out go Pires and Florentino. So it's Dubravka in goal. Looks like a back 5 of Walker, Esteve, Worrell, Humphreys and Laurent. Edwards, Hannibal, Ugachukwu and Anthony in midfield, with Fleming in attack. Crystal Palace against Burnley at Selhurst Park.
Good work. A reminder, after a busy night of football, the boys on the Sports Bar will be taking your calls after the final. So I was just talking to Benty there while team news was coming through. You look at Man City's side, it's nuts that they're not top of the Premier League.
So strong. So strong.
So strong. It's so good tonight.
Like, looking at it now, I don't know where the weakness is.
No, I don't know where the weakness is. I mean, every play you go, oh.
Yeah.
Wow, they look great. Right, let's go to the phone lines. We were asking from where? The top of the hour, about 6 o'clock. Who is going down? What teams? Well, it's probably what team are going down with Burnley and Wolves. I said Spurs. Roy is a Spurs fan. Hello, Roy.
Hello. A great show, Andy. And
thanks, Roy.
Benty. Oh, do you know what? If Andy and Benty were playing for Tottenham, yeah? I mean, they are the best partnership on radio. I'm telling you, we'll be flying up them league. You know that.
Very kind.
That's nice.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Roy.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, let me ask you this then, Roy, right? Go through your 1 to 11 of players for Tottenham, of talkSPORT presenters and why they would work, right? So you've got me and Bentley up top scoring the goals. Who do you want in goal?
Absolutely. Oh, Alan Brazil, he'd fill it up.
Alan Brazil, he'd fill up the goal, okay. Back 4.
Yeah,
2 centre-halves, who are you going for?
Centre-halves, I think the Moose, actually. I think the Moose would do a good job there.
All right.
Again, I mean, we need to go back and play 70s football with the Moose.
Okay. Who would he be alongside?
I don't know, Murphy maybe? Danny
okay,
Murphy.
the Moose and Andy Murphy. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Moose, I'll talk to you after the show.
No worries.
Okay, fullbacks, who are you going for? So you got, remember, you got Hawksby and Jacobs, you got White and Jordan, you got Cundy and O'Hara as well. Let's not forget them.
Oh, so
where's Gabby? Is Gabby in the team?
Substitute.
Gabby. I mean, I'd play 2 up the top, but I'd play used to. I'd play Gabby behind that.
As a 10.
Yeah, O'Hara can carry the drinks out.
Okay. Yeah.
I love him to pieces, like, you know that.
What about Jim White and Simon Jordan?
Well, Jordan, I think he would be. I would have Jordan in the middle of the park.
Spraying it
I mean,
about.
I don't think he'd last 90 minutes because he'd give too much jib to the ref, wouldn't he?
Yeah, be a good manager, wouldn't
He's argumentative. I mean, bless him, he's a bit like the Grant Xhaka of in his Arsenal days.
he? Yeah. And Jim White, what are you doing with Jim?
mean, you know, he can help O'Hara, but I'll probably have him as a defender.
Okay.
He's a bit dour, so you know that. I mean, I think I'd have Natalie Sawyer, 100%.
Okay. All right. Let's keep this conversation above board, shall we? Go on then. What do you want to say, Roy, about Spurs?
I mean, obviously gloom and doom, and we've been expecting this, and we're happy that he's gone. And I think that's a really sad day, actually. I mean, I was actually at Tottenham when Nuno had his last game, when we lost to Man United. Do you know what? I think we got the players. I think we need to get some confidence. Daft choice, end of the season. Bring Harry back. He'll bring the feel-good factor back.
I just don't get the bring Harry back bit from Spurs fans. I find that very bizarre. I do. I love Harry to bits, but he's been out of the game for a long, long time.
Yeah.
He's knocking on the door of 8. I just don't know if it would work. Ali's an Arsenal fan. This will be fun. Hello, Ali.
Hello, both. You okay? How are you doing?
We're great, man. How are you today?
I'm all good. It's just seeing the results and how Tottenham are, to be honest, is absolutely incredible. It's quite funny as well. Everyone goes through that patch. Me personally, obviously, we know the obvious two who's going to go down, but the last space is going to be interesting. It's more interesting than who's winning the title.
Ali, let me ask you this, right? I'm asking a two-pronged question. First question: if Arsenal could, is a reason I'm asking it. If Arsenal could only win one Champions League or Premier League, what do you personally want?
And me personally, it'd be Champions League.
Okay,
because we have never won it before.
So let me ask you this: what would you rather have, Champions League and Spurs go down, or Spurs stay up and you win the Champions League and the Prem?
It'd be that's a difficult one. Me personally, I'll probably say I'll take both. That's just me being.
What do you mean both? What, Spurs stay up?
I'll just take Spurs because either way, Spurs would never be a threat to Arsenal. It's never been a threat, so it's more of a sort of a comedy thing, like with Spurs, to be honest.
Do you know what it is, right? That's the most simplest question I think you've ever asked.
I think Spurs fans, Arsenal fans, we split on that.
No way. What? Champions League and Premier League and Spurs stay up?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Or whatever one you put top of that list, like Champions League or Premier League, and Spurs go down.
Nah, give me both, and they stay up. That's me. But give me both.
Okay. There will be Arsenal fans that want one and Spurs to go down.
Nah, what?
There will, mate.
What, you mean the Champions League and the league? No.
There will.
I don't finish. Spurs finish third.
Yeah, but you're probably not going to win both.
No, my point.
So if you can win Premier League and Spurs go down, you'll take that.
I'm taking you.
Okay.
You offered me both.
I'll take a call from an Arsenal fan when we come back. If you're an Arsenal fan and you take one and Spurs go down, I want to hear from you.
I will take two and Spurs finish second.
Would you?
What? Champions League and Premier League? Yes.
Okay. But that's not what I'm offering. If you're an Arsenal fan and you would only take one and Spurs go down, phone up
over winning two.
Yeah, phone up and explain to Benty why. Okay. 03717223344. Still to come, we'll be bringing you the best end of show quiz in history. Pressure on both of you there, but first it's time for no Googling. João Pedro became just the fourth Brazilian player in the Premier League to score 10 or more goals in back-to-back seasons. Who are the other three? That's a great question. The answer to that, and hopefully an Arsenal fan, or two, or three, that would rather win one of the big two and see Spurs go down. All coming up after this.
Romero does what he does. Right, ridiculous tackle. Thomas Frank cannot be blamed for that loss at Man United. Now, he can be blamed for leaving the armband with him or not getting in his head to behave better or control his emotion. That's partly the manager's job. But for Romero to do that after the ridiculous social media stuff, which I still don't understand. What the hell? He should have been fined 2 weeks' wages for that and probably dropped if they had more players fit and left if they had Danso fit. Well, just right. Because what is he actually saying there? If he's saying to the hierarchy, we haven't got enough players. I mean, is he absolutely stupid? I mean, forwards, Muani, Richarlison, Odobert, Solanke, Madison, Simons, Kudos, Kulusevski, Tell. Forget if you think they're good enough. There's loads of players. Midfield, Sarr, Gallagher, Bergvall, Gray, Bentancur, Paulinho. Now, they've got more forward options than any other team in the Prem. So what's he saying? Now, if he'd have come out and gone articulately, I think we've got to have a look at the medical stuff. Or the coaching. Something's not right. The pitches. We can't have that many players injured. Something's not right here. Something's got to be looked at. Someone upstairs has got to look at what's going on with all these injured players. How can we have that many injured players? That's ridiculous. I'd go, strong, but maybe he's got a point. His point, there's no substance to the out.
There's no intelligence with it, is there?
No, because they've got more players. They've got more options in forward play. They've got, I've just named 9. It's
Who would have thought a sporting event's halftime show could have a bigger impact than the game itself? That seems to be the case with the Super Bowl halftime show. In 2024, Usher brought in an audience of 180 million worldwide, the biggest in the event's history. But how did singing and dancing get to be the centerpiece of America's biggest sporting event? The first Super Bowl was held in 1967. Initially, the halftime show was a display purely for the fans in the stadium, with marching bands, dancers, and American patriotism for all to see. And that's what it was for the first few years. Disney had a go with a few questionable displays in the 1980s, but it wasn't until '93 that we got the first glimpse into the future of halftime shows. Michael Jackson's stellar performance gave NFL execs something to think about. A raft of massive names followed, including Diana Ross, U2, Janet Jackson, who gave us the most famous or infamous wardrobe malfunction of all time. So how many people are involved? To give you an idea of the scale, Rihanna's 2023 performance included 800 people, and experts reckon it cost $13 million. What's even more impressive than some of the names on the bill every year is the fact they do it for free. The artists know the exposure they'll get from doing the show will rocket them up the charts across the world. The Super Bowl halftime show will be a fixture in pop culture for years to come. So the question is, who next?
Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein, the legend is Darren Bent. For the break, I asked the question, João Pedro became just the 4th Brazilian player in Premier League history to score 10 or more goals in back-to-back seasons. Who are the other 3? Any idea? You can...
Right, Bobby Firmino.
Yeah.
Brazilian. Not Willian?
No.
Brazilian.
Matheus Cunha.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Richarlison.
Yeah, of course.
In a moment, we'll say hello to Adrian Durham. But just ever so briefly, before the break, I said there will be Arsenal fans out there that would rather win one of the big two, i.e. either the Champions League or the Premier League, and Spurs go down,
yeah,
or win both.
Yeah.
And Spurs stay up. And you said every Arsenal fan would.
Not everyone, but I think majority of them.
And I went, don't be silly. Jason is an Arsenal fan. He disagrees with you. Hello, Jace.
Hello, Andy.
How are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell me what you would rather have. Champions League and Premier League and Spurs stay up, or one of the big two and Spurs go down?
Well, I'd love the both of them, but, you know, if Spurs were to go down, it's like another trophy, isn't it? I mean, let's face it, they're gone for a season or two, but the club will probably disintegrate.
So what would you rather win, Champions League or Premier League out of the two?
Premier League, because we haven't won it for so long.
Okay, so Premier League and Spurs go down is your choice over Premier League and Champions League?
I would certainly be happy with that. Yeah.
No, but what would you prefer? Would you prefer to? Because I'm saying I don't really care where Spurs finish, but I would prefer Arsenal to win the two big trophies. And I don't care if Spurs stay up, they stay up.
But he's just said Spurs going down. He's like a trophy.
No, but it's not a trophy.
No, but Benty, they're gone.
Yeah, but you got to think though. Listen,
nothing that they can.
Jason, I get that, but they've almost gone now. Like you'd rather just win the two. Worry about Arsenal. Don't worry about Spurs.
Yeah, but it's the hilarity. I never ever thought when the Premier League started, I never ever thought you would ever see a big club go down.
I agree
did not think it was possible.
I agree with that.
No. And last season, obviously, Spurs were on the brink, but you know, they were too far away from it last season, and you thought after winning the Europa, the Poker League, whatever it is in Europe, that they might bounce back, but they got even worse.
Thanks for your call. I don't know what happens if this won't happen. If you win the quadruple and Spurs go down. Football's over. That's done now. You've completed it. And for Arsenal, that's it, right?
It's just a question.
There will never, ever be a better day. Ever. Ever. You can't get better than that.
No, I get that, right? Let me ask a question. Say Arsenal, look, I don't think it will happen.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk into existence because I don't think it will.
Yeah.
If Arsenal win the quadruple.
Yeah.
What are you saying about Arteta?
Let's find out from a man that knows him better than I do.
No, I just wondered what you say about that.
What do you want me to say? I'll say he's done all right.
All right.
For us at 7, the GOAT Adrian Durham presents live coverage from the Stadium and Lights. Sunderland hosts Liverpool. Commentary comes from Jim Proudfoot and Dean Ashton. Why don't you ask the same question to Aid as we join him now? Aid, good evening to you.
Good evening, Andy. Good evening, Darren.
Hey, we were just talking there about...
He heard.
No, not the Arteta bit. But do you understand what I mean, Aid, in terms of Spurs can finish anywhere as long as Arsenal win the double?
Well, Arsenal always beat Spurs, don't they? Last 7, I don't think they've lost to them in the last 7 games, something like that. So, I mean, now is a situation where Arsenal are so dominant that I think they'd rather keep Spurs in the Premier League so they can beat them twice every season. I think people might be missing that point. It's the reality, isn't it? You know, and they celebrate St Totteringham's Day, is it, where they know they're going to finish above Spurs? That mathematically that day comes along and they all celebrate something like that anyway. But in answer to your question, if they do win the quadruple, even if they win the double, treble, whatever it is, you just got to say a very, very brief, yeah, well done, Mikel. Let's see if you can back it up, mate. That's
let's see how good you are. Only slot what it wants.
3 words. Well done, mate, and let's see if you can back it up.
Well, a quadruple, something that's never been done ever. Okay, yeah, no worries.
It's been a bit of a fortunate season, though, isn't it?
Oh, hey, you don't want to hear that.
Well,
right.
Who expected Liverpool to be this far off it? Who expected City to be this far off it?
You know what?
As well,
Almost,
really?
Aid. Like it doesn't count.
Honestly.
Yeah, I'd say they should have an asterisk next to it. Yeah.
Honestly.
Right, let's talk about a big game. There's so many big games tonight. Let's talk about Sunderland because they've been brilliant. Regis Labrie, so far, will be looking at what he has achieved as a manager and his players, and also be looking at how other clubs, newly promoted clubs, have performed. And he'll be in dreamland at the moment. How great a performance do you think his players and him collectively have been this season? Because no one expected, even them, no one expected Sunderland to do what they're currently doing, right?
They could get into Europe, and I think that this is a genuine statement I'm about to make. It doesn't matter what Mikel Arteta wins this season. This guy here at Sunderland is the manager of the season. I don't care what anyone says. They finished, 24 points behind the top 2 in the Championship. They had to go through the playoffs, so they didn't know they were going up till something like early June. And their recruitment has been sensational. Their team ethic is sensational. They're really good to watch. Enzo Lefebvre is a proper player. He's a proper number 10. An absolute joy to watch. I mean, Arsenal let Dan Ballard go. Okay, they actually rated him, but they let him go. And look at him now, proper Premier League centre-half. I mean, this guy is turning what we thought were average players, EFL players, into proper Premier League players. So I think it's brilliant what he's done here. But for me, he is the manager of the season. Pound for pound, he won't win it. We know it goes to the champion, but pound for pound, I think he is the manager of the season.
Yeah, I think he's been outstanding because, as I said, I didn't really know too much about him when he got the job, but to do what he's done, and I give him equal credit as well, Aid, in terms of the fact that when they went to the AFCON was on and he lost so many players and he still kept them competitive, still kept them winning games. I mean, he has been absolute. And the home record, I mean, Aid, I don't know if you've got the stat in front of you. When was the last time a team at the Championship, if it's ever happened before, has gone the whole season potentially without losing a game at home?
It's a great question, but I haven't got the answer. But what I do know is they are the only unbeaten home side in the Premier League, top 3 divisions, in fact. And there's not many teams across Europe, not even Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, are unbeaten at home this season. And let's be real about it. City have been here, they didn't even score. Arsenal have been here, didn't win. It's not like they've played a load of minnow sides and they're waiting for the big boys to rock up. You know, they've played some top sides here and they've matched them and more than matched most of them. So you just have to take your hat off. It's fantastic what's being done here. And also, I was here for the first game of the season, the West Ham game, and the crowd were sensational. So that really helps. It's a great atmosphere.
I want to get your views on the biggest story of the day about Spurs in just a sec. But how do you see this one going? Sunderland against Liverpool live on talkSPORT?
Well, what's happened to Spurs? I think
Harry Redknapp's gone there.
I think this could be the moment the unbeaten home record goes. No, I'm joking. It'll be 1-1 draw, I think, tonight.
All right, I see a home win, but we shall find out. Yeah, the big story of the day, obviously, is the fact that Spurs are now managerless. Thomas Frank has been given the tin tack. Lots of Spurs fans, quite a few of them actually, have thrown up saying, get Harry Redknapp into the end of the season. What do you make of that?
Listen, I heard what you were just saying there, and I'm with you. I love Harry. I'm not even sure he would want it. I mean, it might be such an amazing offer that he might think, I have to get back in. But he's done so much since he kind of came out of management that I'm not sure he would want that pressure again. I don't know, but it would be some story if they gave it to him. I personally don't think it's the way to go. I just think that Spurs surely must have a plan, a strategy, if they're going to sack the manager. Bearing in mind they're the only team in the Champions League that won all their home games without conceding a goal, so there is a positive to their season. I find it all a little bit strange. I never thought he was a good fit anyway. I think when you go from a club the size of Brentford to a club the size of Tottenham, I think that's too big a leap. And I'm talking physically about the size of the ground as well, and that's important because at Brentford he could go round the whole perimeter of the ground and basically shake hands with everybody, make contact with everybody in the crowd. And he got that spirit together at that football club that meant they overachieved. You can't do that at Tottenham. I think he's struggled with the egos at Tottenham as well. There's a lot wrong with Tottenham and it needs a very strong manager to sort it out. I don't think it needs stopgap measures. It needs a proper manager who's going to be there in the long term, who has that authority to sort that dressing room out.
Hey, do you think that because I mean, Andy's convinced that he thinks they're going to go down. Where do you stand on that? I know their run's horrible, what they've got coming up, but I just can't see it. Maybe it's just because of football history. I just can't see a world where Tottenham aren't in the Premier League.
Right, I actually think it would be good if they did go down. Good for them, okay? It'd be good for football. I think it'd be good for them to go down. Honestly, I think they just need a massive reset. The big problem with that is, do they come straight back up? You would think they would, but I just think what a great story that would be. You get into this, arguably the best stadium in the world, and a few seasons later, you're in the Championship. That's some story. But from a Tottenham point of view, whole place needs a reset, needs a reality check. There are people at the football club, I think, in positions of authority high up who basically need waking up to the reality that they're not paying the right kind of wages, they're not appointing the right people, they're not signing the right players, and the treatment room is ridiculous. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm not the expert in that field to say what's wrong with it. But when we don't know when Kulusevski's coming back, when we don't know when Maddison's coming back, it's utterly insane what's going on there. So somebody needs to shake that place up, and I think getting relegated could be exactly what Tottenham need. Step back and then come back.
I'd always a play. In fact, just a quick one from me, actually. If at the end of the season when Glasner leaves Palace, do you think Thomas Frank might come straight back into football and go to Selhurst Park?
Not impossible. That's a good fit. I can see that. It feels like he would have a relationship with the fans there. You know, the kind of spirit that he had at Brentford. So yeah, I can see that. He was unbelievable at Brentford. Truly unbelievable. But Spurs can ruin the best of them.
Aid, what a superstar you are. You know that. Thanks for coming on. Enjoy the night.
Cheers, Aid.
We'll speak to you in a bit.
Great show. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, man. There you go. The legend is Adrian Durham. He's at the Stadium Light ahead of Sunderland against Liverpool. He said draw. You said away win. I'm going home win. Oh, nice. One of us will be right tomorrow.
In the two high-profile times when I've accused anyone of racism or sexism, a High Court has agreed with me. A parliamentary committee has agreed with me. So, and I've got reams of evidence.
Oh, absolutely.
Of
I mean,
people.
you're talking about Mark Sampson and Joey Barton.
Right, but the point is, I'm not
But
the
that's
person.
the extreme end of the equation, isn't it?
Right, what is the point? No, but my point is, that's also replicated online. So there's reams and reams of evidence of people online.
But you did it to me. You told me.
that,
I don't have a problem with it because it's your opinion. You said to me about me that I'm a sexist.
No,
I don't think I am. I think I have a strident opinion. I have a daughter.
I think you pander to an audience.
Yeah, and that in itself could be considered to be something that people would. I could be robust in my rejection of it. It's your opinion. You're entitled to it, and I like you should do. I only take the value of a people's opinion from someone whose opinion I respect.
Yeah.
Your opinion isn't relevant to me, and my opinion to some extent shouldn't be relevant to you. And if you are strong in the views that you have, I admire you for having the strength of them. But everything that you seem to portray in life seems to be that every disadvantage that you have is because either you're a woman or because you're black, and it's got nothing to do with your contribution to the equation and the way that people perceive you.
I'll always take responsibility if I think I've done something wrong. I'm the first person to apologise if I think, I shouldn't have said that or that went the wrong way. You can find multiple examples of me apologising, but there is a reality that I do suffer sometimes a disadvantage because people abuse me for my identity. They don't actually focus on, I don't think she's a good person or good pundit because of X, Y, Z. They go into attacking your identity. Those are two different things.
Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Bent is here. From us at 7 to go. Adrian Dunn brings you Sunderland against Liverpool. It's live on talkSPORT. Just quickly, I know lots of football fans travelling to matches listening to the show. Palace's game with Burnley. It's been delayed to 7:40. That's due to heavy traffic delaying the arrival of the Burnley team coach. Why don't you make it 7:45? Stick 10 minutes on. 15:20. 7:40. There is also football in the Championship tonight. Charlton, they take on Stoke. Ian Abrahams has the team news. Moose, good evening to you.
Good evening, and Darren Bent's a god in these parts. Never quite been the same in the Valley without him. Nathan Jones in charge these days, 3 wins from 16, up against one of his former teams, Stoke, tonight, who are 4 points off the playoffs. Charlton 4 points off the relegation zone, so it could be a really pivotal night. One change for Charlton. Matty Godden comes in for Charlie Kelman, who drops to the bench. 3 changes for Stoke. Cisse up front comes in, Rigo into midfield, and we've got a World Cup winner coming into midfield with Ben Pearson dropping out, and Stephen Nzonzi at the grand old age of 37, could be his last season, coming in for Stoke tonight. It's Charlton against Stoke, and we start here at 7:45.
Go on, Alex.
Thanks, Bruce. I mean, it has been the same since you left. Okay, all right? I mean, Johnny Jackson's probably more of a cult legend there.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course, a legend.
Yeah. I mean, you left when the money came in, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
How old were you and left Charlton?
23, I think.
Oh, there you go. Money comes in, off you go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Shout out to Alex.
By the way, that's typical you, that is. Money comes in,
Hey,
off you go.
been in the show, is he?
Man of the people, apparently.
Thank you.
Why is he talking? Yeah,
Neil is here, everyone. Hello, Neil. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thanks. How are you?
Nice to see you. You had a good day?
Yeah, great day. Always a pleasure.
Who cares, mate? No one cares about your day. Don't let him see you.
What are you trying to cheat?
Look, why is he so nervous? Look how nervous.
You think I'm nervous?
Luke came in and was chilled, man.
Chill
Why are you
out.
nervous?
Good seeing
Relax.
What are you doing?
Why are you nervous?
I'm not nervous.
Hey, listen, that Schneid gear you got on.
What are you doing? You know that's out.
See that?
Why'd you wear a lot of that stuff?
Yeah. Why'd you wear a lot of Ralph Lauren?
Smart, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
Get the real stuff. What we doing today on the end of the show quiz, Neil?
Right, big quiz. So despite
earlier on, it was claimed it was the biggest and best end of show quiz ever.
Could be, yeah.
It's a big statement.
Could be. I think I agree with that. Whoever wrote that, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So
it's your handwriting.
No, I think so.
Okay.
Despite an unbelievable night of Premier League action on the talkSPORT network last night, we're still hungry for a bit more, aren't we?
Get on with it.
So, what we want to know is, what is the most popular sandwich in the United Kingdom?
Or just one?
No, there's a list of 10.
Why don't you say that bit? See, this is why not on national radio.
Yeah.
Right. Do you want to start again? What are we doing, Neil?
Top 10 sandwich fillings, yeah?
Sandwiches, yeah, in the UK.
Get on with it!
What, the actual sandwich?
What?
Top 10 most popular sandwiches.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
BLT.
Andy can go first.
BLT.
Correct. Number 1.
It doesn't work like it's a list. We work together. We're not
No,
against
it's
each other.
against each other.
No. We're working
How do you get to the list?
We're working against you. All right?
Okay.
Cheese and ham.
Well, that's nice.
Cheese and ham.
Cheese, ham, tomato.
No, it's not in the top 10.
Yeah, it's quite. Why have you come up? Why have you put sandwiches in?
Well, because we're so hungry for more action.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Andy? Ploughman's.
Yeah, that's got to be in there.
Ploughman's does not make the top
Chicken
10.
salad.
Chicken salad is number 2.
A tuna sweet corn.
That's a good call. That's a great call, DB.
I'll give you it. Tuna mayo.
Okay. I've had a single burger
number 3,
since I touched down in
23%.
Sterling.
There's going to be something like
Cheese and onion?
fluffle or
Cheese
something.
and onion?
It's not crisps.
No, but cheese and onion, you get the little cheese and...
Cheese.
I think cheese and onions are sandwich.
Yeah, it's a sandwich list.
Cheese and onion sandwich.
Yeah.
Nah. You can lock it in if you want.
Something vegetarian based, like fluffle and
Okay, listen, this
rabbit
is
dropping.
this is a rogue one, right? Right, for you.
More than cheese and onion.
Sandwiches, right?
Yeah.
Bacon sandwich.
That's a great call.
It's a great call, but it's not on the list.
Well, that's nonsense. Sausage sandwich.
Another great call, not on the
What
list.
kind of sandwich is this?
What kind of list is this?
This is the UK's most popular.
Cheese toasty.
That's not sandwich.
No, it is. If you fold it together, it is.
Brilliant. It's like Gordon Ramsay's in there, isn't it?
What kind of this is this?
Yeah, I don't. You need to say like Marks and Sparks or something.
Ham salad sandwich.
Ham salad. Ham and cheese.
I said
He said that.
Bro,
He's already
what
said
list
that.
is this?
He's already said
What list is this, man?
Once I tell you,
Christmas stuffing.
You'll be.
Oh, that's a good one. Pork.
No.
Yeah, I do like a big tasty.
Is there more than one chicken?
There is a couple
Right.
of.
Fried chicken sandwich.
What even is that?
Chicken.
I told you it was a good quiz.
Chicken and mayonnaise. Chicken and avocado. Bang. Chicken and avocado.
It's not, bro.
Mate, you've made this list. Did you get this from Canteen?
I've got a full 40.
Grilled chicken sandwich. No.
What?
Chicken sweet chili sandwich.
What are you doing?
Egg and the little flour
Cress.
things. Cress.
Egencrest is on the list on number 6.
Right,
Good
by the
work,
way,
Goldstein.
do you two like haddock?
Haddock. Fish. It's going to be a fish sandwich.
Hey.
Monkfish.
Hey, Ploughman's, but cheese and pickle.
Cheese and pickles
That's
on
a
the
Ploughman's,
list.
bro.
It's not. No, it's not. But cheese and pickle is on the list.
Monkfish.
Does it
Salmon. Salmon sandwich.
I'll give you that. Smoked salmon and cream cheese is number 9 on
There you
the
go,
list.
there you go.
That's good
Chunks
work. Are you
of
going to
egg
get one
carrots.
yet?
A Marmite sandwich. Jam sandwich.
No, and no.
Jam.
Beef and horseradish. Got to be on there.
It's on there, number 10.
Yeah.
Seriously, hey,
Good.
prawn sandwich.
100%
Prawn sandwich.
Who's feeding you the answers now? Because you had absolutely nothing in the first.
I've read prawn sandwich here.
Okay, yeah, prawn sandwich is 8.
How many we got left?
Right, I've got one. Something I grew up with as a kid. Fish finger sandwiches. Stick it
This
in.
is a joke. This is a joke.
Am I right?
You've corrupted the quiz.
I've got one. 30 seconds.
that right?
I know that's
Correct.
what they're saying in my
How
ear.
many have we got left?
How many we got left, Neil? Quick, we've got 15 seconds.
You've got
Quick. One left.
one left, yeah. Number 7.
And that one is, I would imagine...
Get on with it!
What is it?
You don't know?
Don't tell anyone.
Cheese and crisps.
Cheese and crisps.
Jeez, you'll be fun at a party. Me and Bent will be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Stay with talkSPORT. A big old night of live football coming up. We'll be back
Coronation chicken.
at the same time, 4 o'clock. Have a good evening. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
Mo, what happened yesterday?
Andy.
What happened yesterday?
Andy, listen.
What happened?
Andy, listen.
Mo, what happened?
Listen. We still gotta go. We still can do the double candy. The cups.
Now, what happened yesterday, though? What happened yesterday?
To win.
Mo, what happened yesterday?
Yes, what is on? Listen, yesterday's game, like I said, I don't want to talk about it, Candy.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
man.
No, that's what we're talking about.
What is on? Listen, we're not talking about that. We're going to talk about tomorrow's match.
No. Here's what we're talking about. What happened yesterday?
Candy.
Yep.
Candy.
Yep.
Come on, Candy.
What happened yesterday?
Candy, listen.
Yeah, what happened yesterday, man?
I've said this all the time to you, every single time. I keep repeating myself. Liverpool have been done by VAR so many times, it's unreal.
You lost
the
2-1.
referee was shocking, Candy.
You lost 2-1.
And do you know what, Candy? Yesterday, it wasn't a surprise to me. It wasn't a surprise. I mean, our team turned